Murphy's Matchups with the guru of Tennessee high school football, Murphy Fair. Murphy's Matchups made possible in part by Farm Bureau Insurance and your local Farm Bureau agent.
Welcome to the best Friday night high school football coverage in Nashville.
But he finds room, 40, 45, midfield, 45, 40, cuts back. He's got a chance, 30, 25, 20, 15, to the 10, to the 5, to the end zone. Touchdown. How about that?
It's the Mid-State Checkdown high school football game of the week.
Quick pass is caught. It's caught. Grant, it's a touchdown.
The Mid-State Checkdown high school football game of the week is brought to you by Southern Trophy House, Sir Speedy of Music City, Jody Jones Dentistry, and the Omni Nashville Hotel.
Right up the gut, big hole, first down. Powers over a defender. Inside the 15, down to about the 12.
Now here's your WNSR Mid-State Checkdown broadcast team. Joe Fisher.
Looking to pass on the sideline. Pass is batted into the air, and it's caught the end zone.
And Greg Pogue.
Live from Joe Patterson Field and Ken Redmond Stadium in Nashville. Welcome to Week 5 of the Mid-State Checkdown High School Football Game of the Week. Tonight, the defending state champions in Division II Class A out of the Middle Region, Donelson Christian, host the Bulldogs from Columbia Academy. I'm Joe Fisher saying hello from the broadcast booth. Another beautiful night here in the Music City, joined once again by my partner Greg Pogue. Adam Johnson is our producer engineer. DCA won the state title last year, defeating Nashville Christian in the championship game. Wildcats are 2-2 this year. It is one of the inevitabilities of life as a school with an enrollment of just over 200. Greg, sometimes you've got to rebuild.
But there is a swirl of championship feel about this program. The defending state champion, as you mentioned, then coach, now AD, Dennis Goodwin, way back in 1988, the first Class A state championship back then. And, you know, you move on and winning state titles, but you look at the coach, Paul Wade, Davidson Academy, he won 3 titles there. Innsworth, the offensive coordinator for that Ricky Bowers run, 4 straight. So there is a championship feel about this program.
It's also an inevitability at a small school that if you've got a standout player, you can compete. Columbia Academy certainly has that in running back Monte Baldwin.
Yeah, averaging 149 rushing yards a game, 6 touchdowns, big play potential, the key focus for the DCA defense. But DCA, Columbia Academy, the numbers are always an issue. It's the reason the game is starting tonight at 7:30 instead of 7. We'll talk about that in a minute. You've got players going both ways when the rosters are probably only up to maybe 30 at the most.
30 on one, I believe 38 on the other, which is much bigger. DCA 2-2 on the year. Columbia Academy is 2-1. After the game, of course, we'll recognize our Omni Nashville Hotel player of the game. Our guys back in the studio, Ray Doskey, Bruno Reagan, and Devlin McKenzie, will bring you our halftime and post-game scoreboard shows. And we're thrilled tonight's broadcast being sponsored by our good friend Jody Jones at Jody Jones Dentistry. Coming up next, Greg had a chance to visit with our 2 head coaches earlier in the week. We will hear from them right after this on the Mid-State Checkdown High School Football Game of the Week right here on WNSR Nashville Sports Radio.
Sir Speedy is a proud sponsor of high school football on WNSR, Nashville Sports Radio. At Sir Speedy Music City, we provide commercial print, signs, and mailing services to companies all over Tennessee and actually all over the world. If you need anything like that, you give us a call, 615-832-9511, SirSpeedyMusicCity.com. We are a proud sponsor of high school athletics on WNSR, Nashville Sports Radio. Call us at 615-832-9511. Go to the web at SirSpeedyMusicCity.com or email us at print@SirSpeedyMusicCity.com. We are the official sign company of the Mid-State Checkdown High School Football Game of the Week.
Did you know there's a place where you can get good neighbor service and surprisingly great rates on home and auto insurance? Yep, and that place is, ta-da, State Farm. Here's the deal. State Farm agent Austin Hardy is your go-to agent in the Middle Tennessee community for the service you desire at the price you want. So stop shopping around. State Farm agent Austin Hardy has you covered. Call 615-810-9999 for your surprisingly great rates today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Individual premiums will vary by customer. All applicants subject to State Farm underwriting requirements.
If you're in the mood for quality burgers and handmade milkshakes, Mooyah is where you need to be. With 2 locations in Brentwood and Franklin, Mooyah is your only choice for handcrafted Angus beef burgers, fresh cut fries, and homemade ice cream milkshakes. With vegan, paleo, and keto options, Mooyah has something for every taste. Order online, dine in, or carry out. Located in Brentwood and in Franklin off West McEwen Drive. For the best quality and the best taste at the best price, make it Mooyah. The Omni Nashville Hotel, located 5th Avenue downtown, and proud sponsor of the Mid-State Checkdown High School Football Game of the Week, is Nashville's premier destination for the highest quality accommodations. Start your day with a cup of Bongo Java and the Biscuit Bar at Kitchen Notes. Indulge your taste with the best beef in Music City at Bob's Steak and Chop House. And wrap yourself in luxury at Macara Day Spa before enjoying a nightcap at Barlines. And when it comes time to host those holiday partings and gatherings of family, let the Omni Nashville Hotel take all the worry off your plate. Proud sponsor of the Mid-State Checkdown High School Football Game of the Week, and located in the heart of Music City, the Omni Nashville Hotel is your only choice. The Omni Nashville Hotel, 5th Avenue downtown.
With 13 locations nationally, including Smyrna, Star Leasing Company is a semi-trailer one-stop shop and the perfect place to build a career as a semi-trailer mechanic. Seeking candidates with all levels of experience, Star Leasing Company has a semi-trailer technician trainee program with sign-on and quarterly bonuses and other opportunities such as $1,000 for having a yearly physical. The package also includes 401k with company match, health, dental, and vision insurance, competitive pay with weekly paychecks, and paid holidays and time off. Star Leasing Company, not your typical semi-trailer leasing company. Visit starleasing.com to learn more.
Dry rub wings are back at Slim Chickens. Fresh, fried, and full of flavor. Like smooth and kickin' cayenne ranch, zesty lemon pepper, or turn it up with new spicy Nashville hot. Try them today with a meal or feed your hungry crowd. But hurry, they're only back for a limited time. At Slim's, bold flavor is what we do. Download the Slim Chickens app to order and earn rewards.
You're listening to the Mid-State Checkdown High School Game of the Week on WNSR. Here's Joe Fisher.
Greg had a chance to visit with our coaches, a new head coach for one team, and a coach that's had a lot of success for the other.
Yeah, DCA coach Paul Wade, his 5th year here, 85-35 and 10-plus years, and we'll hear from him. But first, it will be first-year coach, Columbia Academy's Seth Anderson.
It's my first year coaching as a head coach. I've been an assistant here for 17 years. But we're young. We are kind of in that rebuilding mode right now. We've gotten off to a little early success and just trying to continue to build on it. Each week.
Well, tell us about first. I guess you want to run the ball. Monte Baldwin averaging 149 a game, 6 touchdowns. That's a good place to start, isn't it?
Absolutely. Monte, he ran for over 1,000 as a freshman last year. So we had high expectations for him coming out his sophomore year. And for the first few weeks, he's done a really good job. Our offensive line has done a great job opening up holes for him. And hopefully we can continue to build on that success.
Well, and just tell me about your team. What do you like to do offensively, defensively?
We're like a lot of high school teams. We're kind of spread. You've seen the evolution of the RPO the last 5-10 years, so we're trying to incorporate that into our offense this year, and just really trying to spread the defense out a little bit and take advantage of some running lanes.
And defensively,
we're a 4-2-5 defense. We don't have the most size, so we got to try to get our athletes on the field, and by playing 4-2-5, it allows us to have 5 guys in the secondary that we can kind of play around with, roll safeties down, moving the linebackers, and kind of take advantage of some of our athleticism.
What do you see in DCA? What do you need to do to be successful?
Well, first off, DCA, defending state champion. Coach Wade has a great program over there. They obviously know how to win. Well-disciplined, hard-nosed football team. It's a very good football team. We got to play really well in order to compete. And we got to focus on, limiting mistakes, taking care of the football, limiting penalties, and not beating ourselves in order to try to be in the game. Once again, they're a great program. Hats off to him. And, hopefully we can go over there and give them a fight Friday night.
Well, that was last year. We don't talk much about that. We haven't done nothing this year. But it was an enjoyable year last year, and we've kind of put that behind us and moved on, to be honest with you.
Well, tell us about this version of the Wildcats. What do you like? What do you want to get done a little bit more?
Well, it's a little different version. When you lose 15 seniors on a 32-man roster, that takes a hit. We've got 8 seniors on a 27-man roster right now. So we're playing a bunch of young people. We start 2 freshmen and 3 sophomores both ways. So when you get that combination with an experienced group of seniors, it's kind of a hit and miss. We actually have 4 seniors who started as 8th graders the day we moved them up at the end of their 8th grade year. So it's a weird mix. We got kids with a lot of experience, and then we got kids with 0 experience. So when you get that together, you get a lot of mistakes and not a lot of consistency. But we're working at it. We're getting better, and it'll be exciting to see how we pull this together Friday night.
And Mitchell Carey, tell me a little bit about him.
He's new, obviously. First time I've ever started a sophomore quarterback in a long time. He backed up Bradford last year, who's playing up at Lindsey Wilson, and Mitchell. So he had a year to kind of watch and see a very mature kid that helped lead us to a state championship game. He's a coach's kid, so he knows the game. His dad is actually our head middle school coach and helps us on Fridays as well. And so he's doing a good job, but he is young, and he's made some mistakes. And then on top of that, he's thrown some incredible passes. We don't ask him. We're not asking him to go out there and win the game for us. We're just asking him to go out there and manage it for us and limit turnovers and help keep the clock running. That's the most important thing for us right now.
What are you seeing in Columbia Academy? What do you need to do to be successful?
Well, they're a lot better, I think. Coach Anderson and his guys have done a good job of, anytime you have a coaching change, whether it's somebody in the building or somebody from the outside, what I tell people, place up, and you either accept change or you don't accept change, and it's obviously they have accepted it. The kids are right around the new staff, and they're playing hard. Obviously on film they line up well. They look good on paper. On film you can't tell a whole lot about a kid's size, to be honest with you, but on paper they look really well put together. They have a dynamic running back that our hands are going to be full trying to stop him. And they're a little different schematically than they have been in the past. So, routinely for coaches, you kind of know what you're going to get year to year with guys. And obviously when you play teams that have had coaching turnovers, there's a whole new scheme you got to learn. So that's been a challenging aspect for us this week compared to what we'd seen in the past with those guys.
Located at 2705 Nolensville Pike, Southern Trophy has been serving Nashville and Middle Tennessee for over 62 years. Southern Trophy offers a wide array of services like custom-designed awards, cast bronze plaques, etched crystal awards, laser-engraved corporate gifts, promotional items, merch, embroidery, screen printing, signage, and banners. Browse their entire collection online at southerntrophy.com or on Facebook at Southern Trophy. Feel free to give them a call at 615-256-7295. That's 615-256-7295. Southern Trophy. They do their best to help you recognize your best.
Join us Friday night, September 16th for WNSR's Mid-State Checkdown High School Football Game of the Week. It's Columbia Academy at Donelson Christian. The high school football coverage begins at 6:15 with Murphy Fair's Matchups Preview Show. Pre-game coverage of Columbia Academy at DCA commences at 6:45, followed by our Mid-State Checkdown High School Football Scoreboard Show. After the game, hosted by Bruno Reagan, Ray Doskey, and Devlin McKenzie. It's Columbia Academy at DCA right here on Nashville Sports Radio.
It's the Mid-State Checkdown High School Football Game of the Week. Joe Fisher with play-by-play and Greg Vogue color analysis. Now to the field for your first half coverage. Here's Joe Fisher.
The homestanding Wildcats of DCA won the toss. They elected to defer, so Columbia Academy will get the ball first to open tonight's contest. Columbia Academy white jerseys, dark blue numerals, red lettering, dark blue pants with a white stripe, and blue helmets. DCA in gray jerseys and pants with blue numerals trimmed in gold and blue helmets. Our referee tonight is Larry Baker. And we are about set to get underway. DCA 2-2 on the year. Lost the opener to Middle Tennessee Christian 19-7. Then they've had 3 one-sided contests. Beat Ezel Harding 51-6. Lost to Friendship 43-8, and then beat White House Heritage 50-6. Columbia Academy is 2-1 on the season. Lost last week, but actually had a pretty good showing against a very good Franklin Road Academy team in a game that ended up 46-21. So we are about set to get underway as Columbia Academy sends back deep to receive the kickoff. Of course, Monte Baldwin. Kick is in the air, and Baldwin's going to have a shot at this and is going to drift it back into the end zone, so that's going to be a touchback. That kick carried all the way into the end zone, so Columbia Academy will start first down.
First region game, Division II, Single A, Middle Region, Clarksville Academy, DCA, Columbia Academy, Grace Christian, Nashville Christian, Mount Juliet Christian. And you said Monte Baldwin, get ready to call his name.
Averaging what, 10 yards a carry?
Yeah, 150 a game.
Something like that. So I would say that we will get a steady diet of number 24 tonight. As Columbia Academy set to go, their first offensive play. Elisha Nieves is the quarterback, 6'4", 190, and looking to throw a quick slant. It's caught across the 25 to about the 29-yard line. The quick pass and catch, Harrison Brownlee with the reception, a 6'2", 165-pound sophomore.
Yeah, Nieves 6'4", the backup quarterback. The starting quarterback, another sophomore, Connor Rawson, out for the season, broke his collarbone last Friday night.
Gain of 9 on the play, 2nd down and 1. Going from the shotgun, Nieves takes the snap, will hand to Baldwin, tries the right side. He'll get outside, get to 30, 35, 40, and stumbles at about the 45-yard line. He was on his way. A nice gain of about 15 yards and a first down.
DCA, poor job of containing the edge. They set the edge, and when Baldwin turned, that little burst, I mean, you look at this team, both of these teams are so young. Baldwin, a sophomore. Nieves, a junior, the backup.
Baldwin, 1,070 yards last year. First down from the 48-yard line. Baldwin tries the left side. This time he's going nowhere. Good defense there by DCA for the stop for no gain on the play. That'll bring up 2nd down and 10.
L.J. Tolbert up front, David Lyles, both ways are all-state type players from a state championship team. Both of these teams they're very similar in a lot of ways. They play players both ways, and on the edges, the big people up front, you're going to see them on the outside.
Well, you mentioned that these two schools enrollment below 300 each, so very limited in terms of numbers on the roster. Gain of 1, 2nd down and 9. Baldwin tries the left side, hit at midfield and dropped right there. A gain of about 3 yards on the play, and that's going to bring up 3rd down. Brady Russell, middle linebacker, averaging 9 tackles a game, makes the stop and brings up the first 3rd down of the night at 3rd down at about 6.
5th week of the season, Joe. Hard to believe. What a beautiful setting. We'll get into it a little bit more. 2 years ago, the destruction of the tornado. Where we're standing, this did not exist.
No, it sure didn't. 3rd down and 6. Ball is at the 49-yard line of DCA. Play action, rolling right. Nieves pump fake, being chased, tries to get away, finally throws the ball away. Good job by the 6'4 player to stand up against the pressure and get that pass away instead of taking the sack. It's incomplete.
Yeah, just strong, country strong right there. 6'4", had the guy hanging on him, and luckily to get it away to prevent the sack. Still 4th down.
Wesley Gober was the one that was putting on the pressure. So now back to punt. Jackson Usherwood, who is a freshman, standing back inside the Columbia Academy 40-yard line.
These jerseys are going to be fun to call, aren't they? DCA with the smoky grays and the blue numbers.
Cam Booker is back deep to receive, and I believe DCA is going to take a timeout. We'll take it as well with 9:50 to go in the opening quarter. We are scoreless from DCA. This is WNSR, Nashville Sports Radio.
Lifetime Nashville resident and former Donelson Christian Academy and Vanderbilt football standout Jody Jones of Jody Jones Dentistry. Proud to be the sponsor of all of our high school football coverage tonight on Nashville Sports Radio, especially the featured Columbia Academy and DCA game. Whether you're looking for a complete smile makeover or just need a trusted dentist for general dentistry services, Jody and his staff are ready to take care of you. Thanks to everybody who supports high school athletics, and enjoy this night of high school football and visit jodyjonesdds.com.
You're on the air, Joe Fisher. Go ahead.
9:50 to go in the opening quarter as it's Columbia Academy about to punt on fourth down. Cam Booker back deep, standing at about his own 10-yard line. High snap. Usherwood gets the punt away. Wobbly, going to bounce, and pretty much takes a neutral bounce. Kicks toward the sideline, down at about the 23-yard line where DCA will go on offense for the first time. Sophomore Mitchell Carey is their quarterback, 17 of 40 passing, and kind of typical for a sophomore, 1 touchdown, 6 interceptions, no surprise.
Took over for Bradford Gaines, who guided this team. Of course, the Gaines family, that family tree, and Chris and Brad and all of them and everything. He's at Lindsey Wilson now playing collegiately.
Right. So first down for DCA, their first offensive possession of the night. The quarterback is Carey. Has one tailback back deep, about 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Quick pass far side, caught a little swing across the 30, 35 down the sideline, 40 midfield, racing down the sideline, tackled close to the 40-yard line of Columbia Academy with a big pass, and that was Booker streaking down the sideline for a big gain.
Just got him out of space. He turned the corner, and it was a foot race just then.
Booker is a sophomore. That's only his 4th catch of the year. He had 3 catches for 12 yards total coming in, and blew that away in a big gain to the 40-yard line.
First and 10 from the 40-yard line.
That had the feel of a scout call, right? The one you study film, you're going to do this one first, and it busted.
And they hit it wide open. First down, Columbia Academy 40-yard line. DCA, their first offensive possession. They're going to try the same play, swing it to the near side this time. Inside the 40, tripped up at the 35-yard line on a nice open field tackle there after the reception by number 7, Grayson Scragg, who was a freshman. Knox Love, the junior, with the tackle, a gain of 5, 2nd and 5.
They actually called that a lateral instead of a forward pass. So,
well, it was. We were kind of right on line with it, and you could tell it was thrown.
And the line judge immediately giving the signal of it being a lateral instead of a forward pass.
2nd down and 5, I formation behind the quarterback, Carey. Now Carey looks to the sideline. 2 receivers split to the left. Handoff, straight give, running right, big hole, 30-25, dragged out of bounds at about the 32-yard line.
Ashton Jones.
Boy, and Ashton Jones with the carry. And the first down, over 1,700 yards last year.
He's called their bell cow. Of course, the Jones family, the brothers here, and, of course, Jody Jones, our benefactor tonight, Jody Jones Dentistry. We saw his grandparents, Doug and Lucy Jones, of course, at Vanderbilt, the National Commodore Club executive director. Lucy, one of the greatest people on the planet.
Lucy was my boss when I got hired at Vanderbilt 23 years ago. I was doing broadcasting and also working in the Commodore Club office. First down for DCA from the Columbia Academy 24-yard line. I formation once again. They're going to try the right side again. Jones inside the 20, down the sideline, 15, 10, 5, and forced out of bounds inside the 5. They're going to say he's out of bounds at about the 3-yard line. Well, great job by that offensive line, Greg. Big hole there over the right side.
Well, just the push down the field. He wasn't touched. He just ran out of bounds, before he ran out of space. Certainly with Jones, we're talking about, obviously the Jones family and all this with Dwayne and certainly Jody, who played at Vanderbilt as well, was on that 88 championship team. Dennis Goodwin, the AD here, now the coach then.
First and goal for the Wildcats. Looks like an offset eye this time behind the quarterback. Man in motion, moving right to left. This time they'll hand it to the left side. Jones powers across the goal line. He's in for the touchdown. DCA strikes first. Did it on the ground except for that one big play to start things off, but then they found something running left and right, and they get into the end zone first.
Touchdown.
First off, the lights here have got me. We have a strobe light.
I was
effect.
a little concerned when they went off there for a second.
The extra point.
We have a strobe light effect along the banks of the Stones River.
So now on to attempt the extra point, Braden Ducharme. Good snap, and the kick on the way, and the kick is good. DCA with an impressive drive as they marched downfield. Only took a couple of minutes to do it. 7:36 left to go in the opening quarter. It's DCA 7, Columbia Academy nothing on WNSR Nashville Sports Radio.
Sir Speedy is a proud sponsor of high school football on WNSR, Nashville Sports Radio. At Sir Speedy Music City, we provide commercial print, signs, and mailing services to companies all over Tennessee and actually all over the world. If you need anything like that, you give us a call, 615-832-9511, SirSpeedyMusicCity.com. We are a proud sponsor of high school athletics on WNSR, Nashville Sports Radio. Call us at 615-832-9511. Go to the web at SirSpeedyMusicCity.com or email us at print@SirSpeedyMusicCity.com. We are the official sign company of the Mid-State Checkdown High School Football Game of the Week.
You're listening to the Mid-State Checkdown High School Game of the Week on WNSR. Here's Joe Fisher.
DCA wastes very little time. They go 77 yards on their opening drive, and the Wildcats grab an early 7-0 lead here over Columbia Academy with 7:36 to go in the opening quarter.
Next Friday night, Nashville Christian, another Vandy connection. Jeff Brothers, the coach there, against Davidson Academy. Big region game. Jonathan Quinn, the head coach at Davidson Academy, of course, played at McGavock, MTSU, and also in the NFL with the Titans and the Chiefs.
Baldwin back deep to receive the kick. That's going to go into the end zone. Good, strong leg. So once again, Columbia Academy will start from its own 20-yard line.
Well, Braden Ducharme, one of the best kickers in the state, 4 of 6 on field goals, along a 42 last year, has the range of 50. He's working with former Tennessee Hendersonville High kicker James Wilhoit, and certainly that next level.
Yep, absolutely. So first down for the Columbia Academy Bulldogs from their own 20-yard line. Out of the shotgun, that's pretty much what they have run so far. On first down, Nieves, the quarterback. Hands off to Baldwin, tries the right side. He's collared after a gain of about 3 yards on the play. And I believe once again that is Brady Russell making the tackle. There is a penalty flag down on the play.
Face mask.
Calling his face mask.
Columbia Academy first-year coach Seth Anderson, an assistant there since 2006. He was an alum there. He just showed up and say, hey, Coach Moat at the time, Leslie Moat, give me something to do. He was a volunteer tight ends coach and got the bug and was an assistant ever since until this year.
Graduated in 05, became a volunteer coach in 06, and been there ever since. So after the penalty, it'll be an automatic first down here across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Waiting to get the chain set. Now they're ready to go. Nieves, hands off Baldwin, tries the middle. Not much. Maybe a yard, and that's about all. Kind of tried over left tackle and had nowhere to go.
Well, they had 3 wide to the left, 1 to the right, trying to spread them out. They're going to spread. They're going to run the RPO and try to hit Baldwin on that quick one up the middle and try to spread the field. But this is a team, Columbia Academy, that wants to shorten this game.
Well, 2nd and 9. They don't want to be behind the chains, though, so 2nd and long situation now. 2 receivers split to the left side. Nieves, the quarterback, communicating with his 2 receivers. That's Cade Jackson and Knox Love, split to the left. In the shotgun, Nieves pumps, throws to the right side, pass caught, but a very short gain, close to the 40-yard line. Reception made there for Columbia Academy by Mac Jackson.
Brownlee, he's brought down quickly by...
One thing about Paul Wade, very old school. Offensively, defensively, runs a 3-4-4. He called it himself. Old school. That's what he says. I'm old school, okay? Just call it like it is. I'm old school.
Ball's flat to 39.
And he's comfortable with that.
Yeah, pro eye, 2 tight ends, under center, no tempo, all that.
3rd and 7. Nieves throws to the far sideline, incomplete. Too tall. Was looking for Brownlee over there, and that's going to bring up another 4th down. And once again, Greg, the problem for Columbia Academy in 2nd and long and in 3rd and long, that can make for a long night.
I saw what you did there.
That'll bring up 4th down for the Bulldogs.
That'll send Booker back deep to receive the punt. 6:17 left to go in this opening quarter. 7-0 DCA. They scored on their only offensive possession. Punt is away. High, going to bounce at about the 35 and takes a Columbia Academy, in fact, a DCA bounce, and it's actually down at about the 41-yard line. That punt came back 6 yards up the field, so DCA in good position. That punt only 20 yards, and DCA will start in very good position at their own 41.
It's a Wildcat bounce.
You know, Coach Paul Wade, his 5th year here, he is an alum as well. Always like that they return back. At Davidson Academy, won state titles there. 3 went to Innsworth, and that run with Ricky Bowers in the early part of the last decade of 4 straight titles, and came back home.
Of course, DCA last year 12-1 on the season. Beat Nashville Christian for the championship. I formation on 1st down. Play action fake. Rush is coming, breaking away from 2 tacklers, rolling toward the near sideline, pass incomplete. The 2 Columbia Academy defenders actually ran into each other, trying to sandwich the quarterback, and knocked each other down, and a little bit slow to get up.
Yeah, Carey showing some upper body strength there, sort of bounced off of it, got the ball out. Of course, in high school football now, outside of the pocket, like in college and pros, you can throw it away, but he had a good shot along the near sideline.
Nathan Thomas and Harrison Brownlee ran into each other. Thomas, the senior, was a little bit slow to get up. And now the official is calling for a timeout.
Officials timeout.
I don't know if this is going to be a conversation about the clock.
He is saying turn off the play clock, and we're going to keep time on the field.
Okay. So the play clock apparently not functioning. It's sitting at 25. I haven't seen it move tonight, so maybe that has something to do with it, but they will keep it on the field. Game clock is at 5:57 left to go in the first quarter. DCA leading by a score of 7-0. 2nd down and 10 for the Wildcats from their own 41-yard line. 2 receivers split wide to the left side. I formation once again. Jones is the tailback, about 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. He's going to get the handoff and run to the left, trying to get the corner, and does. Midfield 45, outside 40, penalty flag tossed behind him as he is dragged down inside the 30-yard line, but I believe that one's going to come back.
Yeah,
who has it?
It looked like the lead, the fullback there, got a little bit of arms out and extended, and that's going to come back.
Down near the 46-yard line.
But that's power eye football right there.
Getting a lot of running room out there on the corner, but this one is going to be called back.
That penalty will be against.
Well, and it was there on the edge, too, with the lead blocker, the fullback, getting a little extended with his arms out there. Good call.
And there is the holding call. Larry Baker, our referee tonight, I went down to talk to him before the game. He reminded me that he actually bowled in a league I bowled in at Tusculum when I was like 14 or 15 years old. He's a little younger than me.
That'll put the ball.
He said his team beat our team for the league championship. I don't remember that.
But it'll remain 2nd down.
I don't doubt it.
Well, yeah, he's still got that trophy up on the shelf somewhere,
so.
I guess.
I guess so.
2nd and 6.
2nd down and 6 after the penalty. Ball is spotted at the 45-yard line. Play action fake. Throwing long, looking down the middle of the field, incomplete. Overthrew Cam Booker at about the 15-yard line.
He had him. He had got past the coverage.
I believe we've got another penalty flag down.
Near the line of scrimmage.
Flag is at about the 47-yard line. Let's see if this is going to be another hold. If it is, an interesting decision now for Columbia Academy.
Call is holding against the Wildcats.
And I believe they're going to walk this one back a little farther. Flag is at about the 45-yard line.
Yeah, right at the line of scrimmage.
So they'll take it back to the 35-yard line, which means now Second down and 16.
You know, I always get fixated on something every game, and I just want to let you know that I have a confession coming up.
It's not a drone. I haven't seen a drone
I haven't
tonight.
seen the drone and the
They
hamburger.
do have hamburgers.
Well, but it's out of field of play.
Oh, let's see what's coming. Second down and 16. They're trying to set up the screen in the middle. Pass is caught 40. 45 to the left side midfield, still on his feet. Down the sideline 40. 35 and dragged out of bounds at about the 25, and there's a very late penalty flag thrown into the end of that as Brady Russell in a middle screen that was well set up, Greg, but let's see what this penalty is.
Well, 2 plays ago, it was Brady Russell who was called for the holding, leading the block. I think you're going to have maybe a targeting or a late hit, certainly, after the play was over.
The flag is at about the 25-yard line of Columbia Academy.
Just a well-designed play right there with the screen, the middle screen. You don't see a lot of middle screens.
And, you know, if you're a lineman and they let you run loose, you got a pretty good idea something's coming up.
Wow, ineligible receiver downfield.
Well,
they released too soon, apparently.
Actually, it's offsetting penalties. There was also a penalty on Columbia Academy, so those are going to offset. We'll do it all over again. So to go back to 2nd and 16 again. Horse collar tackle against Columbia Academy, offset by the ineligible man downfield.
That's a field flipper right there, right? About a, 50-yard difference from the 30 to the 35.
So instead it goes back to the 35-yard line of the Wildcats. 5 minutes to go first quarter.
45 yards with my Kentucky public education, figuring that out on my own.
3 receivers split to the right side. Out of the shotgun this time is the quarterback, Mitchell Carey. Carey looking right, looking all the way. Now a little swing pass out to Jones. 35, 40. Needs a block, didn't get one. He's dropped it about the 45-yard line. That's going to get about half of it and bring up about 3rd down and 7 here for DCA.
The 3 wide receivers cleared the zone, just a little toss to Jones out of the backfield, and he tries to get – you know what they did? They got him in a manageable situation here on 3rd down.
3rd down and about 7. Ball sitting at the 45-yard line on the near hash mark. DCA moving left to right here in this first quarter. So Carey will go under center this time. I formation, wide out split to each side. Now they'll bring a man in motion left to right. Play action. Rush coming. Pass near side, has a man caught 40 and out of bounds. It is enough for a first down. Catch made by Cam Booker. His foot slipped. He tried to plant at the 40-yard line, Greg, and it just slipped and got out of bounds, but more than enough for the first down.
But a nice out pattern. The cornerback bit on the long route. He just turns it around and there it was on the money. What a nice pass right out of that break by Carey.
Kind of reminds me of Shea Stadium. We're right on the flight path for airliners coming in for a landing at Nashville International Airport.
What a beautiful setting here.
It is.
It is. I got here early enough. I was going to do a little fishing in the Stones River there. You know, if I could make it through the dam, I could float all the way down to my house from here.
Let me know how that goes.
Yeah, okay.
And now whistle is going to stop play. Timeout taken by DCA. We'll take it as well with 4:11 to go in this opening quarter. DCA 7, Columbia Academy nothing on WNSR and Nashville Sports Radio.
Did you know there's a place where you can get good neighbor service and surprisingly great rates on home and auto insurance? Yep, and that place is, ta-da, State Farm. Here's the deal. State Farm agent Austin Hardy is your go-to agent in the Middle Tennessee community for the service you desire at the price you want. So stop shopping around. State Farm agent Austin Hardy has you covered. Call 615-810-9999 for your surprisingly great rates today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Individual premiums will vary by customer. All applicants subject to State Farm underwriting requirements.
This is WNSR's broadcast of the Mid-State Checkdown High School Game of the Week. Here's Joe Fisher.
4:11 set to go in this first quarter. 7-0 DCA over Columbia Academy.
Yeah, be sure to join on Saturday mornings, the longest-running high school football prep show in the market, Prep Football Talk, presented by Freeman Webb, tomorrow morning at 8. Coach Bubba Spears, Craig Ladd, myself. Our guest will be our Player of the Week, our Tim Leeper Roofing Player of the Week, Ben Marshall, the Blackman tight end, who's committed to Cal.
Right.
And his coach, Chandler Tygard, will be joining us tomorrow morning.
I formation after the timeout, 1st and 10 from the Columbia Academy 40. Play action fake. Pass into traffic, batted into the air and incomplete, and there's the penalty flag, going to be interference.
On first down, Mr. Carey.
As the pass was intended for Scragg, the freshman, and Jack Gordon might have gotten there just a little bit early.
Man, I don't know.
Yep.
I mean, that was bang, bang. I hold on to my flag if I'm the referee on that one.
There is a discussion going on right now.
I thought that the ball and the defender got there at about the same time.
They will pick up the flag. Good call, Greg. Obviously, the DCA folks don't agree with that, but nonetheless, nice job by the officials to get together and talk about it and say, and then they saw eventually what you saw, that they arrived simultaneously.
From the Bulldog.
I don't get many that right. I thought, wow. And they usually don't see that they pick up a flag
That's
like
true.
that
That's
either.
true. 2nd down and 10, ball at the Columbia Academy 40-yard line. 2 receivers split wide to the left. I formation once again. Carey under center. Takes the snap. Hands off Jones. Tries the right side. 35-30. He may go. 25-20. 15 hesitates. 10 spun down inside the 5. Tried to get to the pylon. Couldn't quite make it out of bounds at the 2-yard line.
Assist to the fullback, Brady Russell, just blowing up that hole. And Jones can sort of choose which way he wants to. He pops it to the outside. But that fullback, I mean, he's pushing blockers down. He hits off one and blocks another one.
Gets to that second level, and Jones racking up the yardage here in the first quarter. He's already scored 1 touchdown tonight, and it was about a 2-yard run. The first time DCA got the football, they're back inside the 5 once again. 1st and goal.
1st and goal from the 2-yard line.
Already with 8 touchdowns on the season, counting the one tonight.
They'll run with that I formation once again. Jones the tailback, now into the offset I. Jones with the give. This time Columbia Academy was more than up to the task, and they dropped Jones all the way back at about the 5-yard line. Boy, tremendous pursuit there by Columbia Academy. There is a penalty flag down at the line of scrimmage. Dane Bennett led the charge to get back into the backfield.
And that time Jones chose not to follow Russell out to the outside. But you're right. There's planes coming like every 5 minutes right here.
Let's see what the discussion is. Again, this is going to be a procedure penalty on DCA. They're going to waive that off. They'll take the play.
False start.
2nd and goal.
Against the Wildcats, but that penalty has been declined.
Interesting that they would decline the penalty and not push it back.
It was a loss of 2 yards.
It was a loss of 2 on the play, so they're going to take the loss and the down. So 2nd and goal from the 4.
So it'll be 2nd down and goal.
Instead of 1st and goal from about the 8. I formation once again for the Wildcats. 2 receivers split left on 2nd and goal from the 4. Carey looks back to the sideline. Thought there was some early movement there. Handoff to Jones. He'll try the left side. He'll get into the end zone for the touchdown. Jones' 2nd touchdown of the night.
Right behind the fullback, Brady Russell. I'm probably going to say this more and more over the night, but follows that big guy right into the hole. He can choose which way he wants to go. Russell's a big man right there.
Yeah, it's working like a charm for them right now. Russell, the lead blocker. Jones into the end zone for the 2nd time tonight. So DCA up 13-0 with the extra point to come from Ducharme. And Columbia Academy's got to try to find some answers. They're getting killed out there on the corners. That kick is up, and it is good. So 3:32 left to go in the first quarter. New score, DCA 14, Columbia Academy nothing. This is WNSR, Nashville Sports Radio.
If you're in the mood for quality burgers and handmade milkshakes, Mooyah is where you need to be. With 2 locations in Brentwood and Franklin, Mooyah is your only choice for handcrafted Angus beef burgers, fresh cut fries, and homemade ice cream milkshakes. With vegan, paleo, and keto options, Mooyah has something for every taste. Order online, dine in, or carry out. Located in Brentwood and in Franklin off West McEwen Drive. For the best quality and the best taste at the best price, make it Mooyah.
Welcome back to the Mid-State Checkdown High School Football Game of the Week on WNSR. Here's Joe Fisher.
Donelson Christian Academy, a couple of offensive possessions, a couple of touchdowns, both scored by Ashton Jones. 14-0 Wildcats, 3:32 left to go, still in the first quarter.
All right, my confession.
Okay.
Jody Jones Dentistry. We appreciate the sponsorship here tonight. His sons just scored 2 touchdowns. Of course, Lucy and Doug Jones, some of the best people on the planet. They had a shrimp boil.
Yes, they did.
Before the game. And I took part.
Yes, you did. You did. I witnessed it. I know you did.
It was qualifies as a grazing.
Didn't they have a little sausage with it too?
Yeah, little little corn. Yeah, so yeah.
I had the banana pudding.
Oh, I saw that. I noticed.
I'm not walking away from that. Kick into the air. This is playable for Baldwin. Actually, at the last second, he let it go over his head and into the end zone. So Columbia Academy once again will start from their own 20-yard line.
It looked like he lost that in the lights a little bit.
I was just – that shouldn't be the case, but that's sure the way he reacted, didn't he?
Yeah, like it got on him, and sort of he ducked to not have it doink him.
Well, Baldwin rushed for over 1,000 yards last year. He is certainly their biggest offensive weapon, but he's been held relatively in check so far. 3 receivers split left for the Bulldogs of Columbia Academy. 1 wide to the right. High snap. Nieves hands off Baldwin. Tries to cut upfield. Got nowhere. Good pursuit there by DCA. They drop him for no gain on the play.
Certainly down in distance is starting to be a big factor for Columbia Academy. Behind the chains, they're going to have to do something a little bit more creative. I understand wanting to get Baldwin involved, get that run game going, but it's not been non-existent except for the one he turned.
Garrett Barnett, the senior nose guard, led the charge there defensively for DCA. Actually a loss of a yard. 2nd down and 11. Nieves at quarterback. 3 receivers split to the right side this time as Columbia Academy moves right to left. High snap, one-handed receiving that. The quarterback, Nieves, pumps, fires, pass caught, 25, 26-yard line. So a nice gain. That could have been much worse. That snap was high and right, and Nieves, kind of very soft right hand, just brought it in and had no problem with it.
Yeah, he used all 6'4" of his frame to get that one down, and then was calm under pressure. Play was about ready to break down, saw the receiver breaking across the middle, put it right on the money.
So brings up a 3rd and 3. This is the best 3rd down situation they've had in a while. They've been in 3rd and longs in their previous possessions. They'll bunch 3 receivers to the left side, 1 split wide to the right. Shotgun formation, Nieves with Baldwin standing off his right shoulder on 3rd down. Blitz is coming. Pass far side caught, breaks 1 tackle, breaks 2. First down across the 30 to the 34-yard line on the reception by Harrison Brownlee. Once he made the first man miss, Greg, he was able to get the first down and move the chains.
Well, and I think for Columbia Academy right now, important to move the chains, keep the get a little momentum offensively, and keep DCA's offense off the field right now.
Inside the final 2 minutes of the opening quarter, 14-0 DCA with the lead.
You been to Columbia Academy's campus?
I have.
Beautiful campus.
Sure is.
Man, what a beautiful setting.
My son's first varsity football game when he was at Franklin Road Academy was at Columbia Academy. Handoff, Baldwin runs right, has room, 40, and then dropped the ball as he was going out of bounds. Let's see where they mark him out of bounds. Right at the 40-yard line, so a gain of about 6 yards on the play.
He's got a burst. He does.
Yes, he does.
And as a true I keep saying true freshman. Well, they don't redshirt in high school. A freshman.
Not yet, anyway.
Yeah. The NIL's coming.
It's coming.
We all know it.
It's coming.
All of the toothpaste is out of the tube right now and all of that. But certainly as a freshman last year, over 1,000 yards.
2nd down and 4 after the gain of 6. Nieves takes the snap, little toss out to Baldwin, hit at the 40, then struggles forward. I believe he got the first down, just powered to the 45-yard line. He was hit back at the 40-yard line, but got 5 yards on his own before he was finally brought down.
Just a little, I don't know what that was, a shovel two-handed chest pass. It looked like in basketball is what that was.
I don't know if that was lateral or not. We could not tell. I think Connor Thomas was the one that made the tackle.
But that was almost like, here, there's a hot potato. You take it. You take it. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't see a chest pass.
It was a chest pass, right?
Very often. First down for Columbia Academy from their own 45-yard line. Low snap, fumbled, picked up, still loose. I believe DCA might have gotten on it to the 43-yard line. The snap was at the ankles of the quarterback, and the Wildcats have recovered. It was number 17, Stephen Alton, the junior, with the recovery on the turnover.
Yeah, the snap just basically hitting the Evans in the ankles and forward, and Baldwin looked like he was going to get it, but heads up play there. Columbia Academy had a little offensive momentum going there and turned the ball over.
So let's see what DCA elects to do. First turnover of the game. Sometimes when you get the turnover like this, you go for the home run ball early. 18 seconds left in this first quarter. It's been a rather lengthy first quarter, about 30 minutes in time. Looks like an offset eye this time. Jones the tailback. Russell is the fullback. Wide out split to each side. Ball at the Columbia Academy 43. Quick pass far side caught. 45, upended at the 40, falling forward to about the 37-yard line. That's that quick pass we've seen a couple of times already. And Scragg with the reception. He is the freshman wide receiver. Already 10 catches on the year.
Yeah, and just a quick out. Get in space, let the athleticism take over.
Gain of 7 on the play as the first quarter comes to an end. 1 quarter in the books. DCA 14, Columbia Academy nothing on WNSR Nashville Sports Radio.
The Omni Nashville Hotel, located 5th Avenue downtown, and proud sponsor of the Mid-State Checkdown High School Football Game of the Week, is Nashville's premier destination for the highest quality accommodations. Start your day with a cup of Bongo Java and the Biscuit Bar at Kitchen Notes. Indulge your taste with the best beef in Music City at Bob's Steak and Chop House. And wrap yourself in luxury at Macara Day Spa before enjoying a nightcap at Bar Lines. And when it comes time to host those holiday partings and gatherings of family, let the Omni Nashville Hotel take all the worry off your plate. Proud sponsor of the Mid-State Checkdown High School Football Game of the Week, and located in the heart of Music City, the Omni Nashville Hotel is your only choice. The Omni Nashville Hotel, 5th Avenue, downtown.
With 13 locations nationally, including Smyrna, Star Leasing Company is a semi-trailer one-stop shop and the perfect place to build a career as a semi-trailer mechanic. Seeking candidates with all levels of experience, Star Leasing Company has a semi-trailer technician trainee program with sign-on and quarterly bonuses and other opportunities such as $1,000 for having a yearly physical. Package also includes 401k with company match, health, dental, and vision insurance, competitive pay with weekly paychecks, and paid holidays and time off. Star Leasing Company, not your typical semi-trailer leasing company. Visit starleasing.com to learn more.
You're listening to the Mid-State Checkdown High School Game of the Week, live on WNSR, Nashville Sports Radio. Here's Joe Fisher.
On 2nd down and 3 on the first play of the second quarter, Wesley Gober is tackled for a loss of a couple of yards. So that'll bring DCA now to a 3rd down and 5. The ball spotted at the Columbia Academy 38-yard line, just underway second quarter. DCA leading 14-0. I formation, 2 receivers split out by the numbers to the right. Russell going to be the lead blocker again for Jones. This time he's going nowhere. Good pursuit by Columbia Academy. They were right there to make the play as Brownlee and Dane Bennett combined for the stop, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Interesting call right now with the field at the 40-yard line. Probably 2-down territory right now.
Yep, sitting on 4th. After a loss of a couple of yards, let's see what they opt to do.
It's going to be 4th down from the 40-yard line.
It looks like they're going to punt this away.
Or are they? Look like the punter comes out with the
it looks like he's got a kicking tee.
Kicking tee. Oh, my.
This is going to be a 57-yard attempt if they, in fact, are going to do it.
Well, we talked about Braden Descharme and his range. Of course, he has that next-level potential. All right, well, but he also remembered, and I'll tell you right after this play.
Yeah, they're just going to pooch this and kick that out of bounds. I don't think that was quite as effective as they wanted it to be. They kicked it from the 47-yard line. They're going to mark it out of bounds. Let's see, Greg. It looks like about the 29-yard line.
Yeah, just a positive gain of just 11 yards. Remember we were talking with Coach Wade earlier, and that right there, they do that a lot, and they don't count that as a field goal attempt.
Right.
So it won't go against Braden Deschamps' field goal kicking record, because that was nothing but a pooch punt.
Yeah, except it was off the tee. Yeah.
From their own 29-yard line.
So from their own 29-yard line, Columbia Academy will start first down and 10, trailing 14-0. Nieves with a handoff. Baldwin running left, gets the corner, knocked out of bounds. Maybe a gain of about 5 or 6 yards on first down. And that's what Columbia Academy needs. They need good, positive yardage to get into short yardage situations.
And I really like the way Baldwin runs the ball. He leans forward. He's got that speed, and he's always there's not a lot of herky-jerky to him. He gets to the edge and tries to turn.
They list him at 5'9", 165. Gain of 4 on the play. Second down and 6. They'll try Baldwin again over the left side. He's going to be shy of the first down after a gain of about 3, and that'll bring up 3rd and 3. And it looks like Columbia Academy maybe wants to pick up the tempo just a little bit here.
Well, they do run the spread and the RPO out of it, but very manageable down in distance.
3rd down and a short 3. 3 receivers all split to the right, 1 to the left. They'll try Baldwin for a 3rd time, and he is dropped for a loss. Great penetration there for DCA, and once again, that was Brady Russell once again with a tackle and a loss, and that brings up 4th down.
Fullback one way, middle linebacker the other. Yeah. Welcome to 1A football.
And very effective at both. And that brings up a punting situation now. And that will be Jackson Usherwood to punt the ball away. Yeah, Russell averaging 9 tackles per game. You saw a little bit of why right there. He was in the backfield just waiting. Booker back deep to receive the punt, standing just inside the 30-yard line. Punt is away. It is very short. Is going to bounce about midfield, takes a very nice Columbia Academy bounce, rolls inside the 40. It'll be down at about the 37-yard line. So it was a short punt, but got a nice roll, 29 yards in total, and DCA will start first down from their own 37-yard line, leading 14-0.
So the Wildcats
mentioned Jody Jones earlier.
From the 37.
In the record book, there it is right there, career tackles. Jody Jones, 419 career tackles at DCA. That is 109 more than second.
He's going to be on the show, the Prep Football Talk Show, as our legend tomorrow morning, as a matter of fact.
First down from the 37-yard line for the Wildcats. 2 receivers split right. They're in the offset eye once again. Now they're going to move Stephen Altimer to that fullback spot. They'll try the right side. Jones with a lead blocker. Altimer across the 40, breaks a tackle. 45 upended at midfield. Good strong running by Jones. Doesn't let the first guy bring him down. Ends up getting 13 yards and a first down.
And it's going to be a Wilson Bank and Trust first down.
He's knocking on a big night tonight.
Yeah. We mentioned 1,800 yards last year, and they admitted he's our bell cow. We're going to go to him until you stop him.
He's already got 2 touchdowns on the night, both of those short runs on 2 offensive drives so far. First down from midfield, ball sitting right square in the middle of the field, right in the middle of the Wildcats logo. Play action. Quarterback looking long over the middle, has a man. He caught it at the 10 and will stroll into the end zone. Touchdown, DCA.
Cameron Booker.
That ball was right on the money.
Hit him in stride. He didn't have to do anything but put his hands out and run it into the end zone. What a strike, right on the money.
50-yard touchdown pass to Booker, who hauls it in for the score, and DCA leads 20-0 with the extra point to come. Booker went right over the middle, split the 2 defenders. The ball hit him right on the hands. He bobbled it just for a second, but then secured it and went in untouched. And now Ducharme on for the extra point, which is up and good. All DCA so far, 7:58 to go in this first half. Wildcats
7:58
lead
remaining in the
21-0
first half.
on WNSR,
NCAA
Nashville Sports
21.
Radio.
Located at 2705 Nolensville Pike, Southern Trophy has been serving Nashville and Middle Tennessee for over 62 years. Southern Trophy offers a wide array of services like custom designed awards, cast bronze plaques, etched crystal awards, laser engraved corporate gifts, promotional items, merch, embroidery, screen printing, signage, and banners. Browse their entire collection online at southerntrophy.com or on Facebook at Southern Trophy. Feel free to give them a call at 615-256-7295. That's 615-256-7295. Southern Trophy. They do their best to help you recognize your best.
This is Nashville's best high school football coverage. WNSR's Mid-State Checkdown High School Football Game of the Week. Here's Joe Fisher.
50-yard touchdown pass from Mitchell Carey, his second touchdown pass of the season to Cam Booker for the score, 21-0 Donelson Christian.
Busy Saturday on WNSR, 8 o'clock Prep Football Talk, 9 o'clock Sammy Kincaid with the Power Hour, 10 o'clock WKU at IU up in Indiana, taking on the Hoosiers up at Memorial Stadium in Bloomington, 10 o'clock the pregame, 11 o'clock the kickoff.
Another early start for WKU. They were the first, I guess they were the first football game of the year, weren't they?
The very first one right here on our station. We planned it that way.
So Baldwin back deep to receive the kickoff as Ducharme will put this one in the air. And he drives this one down the near sideline. It will bounce into the end zone. So once again, Columbia Academy will start from its own 20-yard line. That's a real weapon when you get right down to it. If you can back up the other team and always start them from the 20-yard line.
Well, that time kicked it away from Baldwin as well. I really want to see his range, the kicker. He's already, we talked about it, he's working with former UT and Hendersonville High product, James Wilhoit, who coaches kickers. And if he takes them under your tutelage, they're next level.
Yep. He teased you, though, when he walked out of here with the tee on, put it down for a 57-yard look just a moment ago. First down for Columbia Academy. There's that little chest pass again out to Baldwin. Tries the left side and runs out of bounds. I don't think he even got back to the line of scrimmage. Really nice job. DCA stretches that out all the way to the sideline. Gave up very little, if any, yardage. In fact, it looks like he, in fact, lost a yard on the play.
Just a basic sweep is what it is. Usually you see the little underhand tossed or whatever, but it's that old two-hand chest basketball pass. Remember when you go to camp when you were a kid?
Yep.
You had to hold it here and throw your fingers out and all of that stuff. That's what that looks like.
Loss of 2 on the play. Second down and 12. Wide out split to each side. Nieves in the gun. Hands off Baldwin, tries the left side again. This time he breaks away. Heads to the sideline. I think he got enough for the first down. I thought they had him collared, Greg, back of the line of scrimmage, but there was that burst again once he broke out of that contact. And let's see where they mark it down. If they mark it at the 30, it will be enough for a first down.
Kudos to the young sophomore. After he brought down, he handed the ball to the referee, and the person who tackled him, he went and helped him up.
Baldwin makes it to the 30-yard
First and 10. Nice burst there by Baldwin on a good run, as he picked up 12 yards on the play. First down from their own 30-yard line. Nieves rolling to the right. Pressure is coming. Eludes one rusher. Hit as he throws, and it's incomplete as he was dropped just as he turned that ball loose back at about the 24-yard line.
Pressured by Lyles and Sneed.
Lyles getting back there. Lyles, an all-state performer for DCA.
Yeah, left tackle, also on the defensive line as well. Lyles, and also up front Tolbert as well, all-state caliber as well. Some hosses up front.
Second down and 10, 7:12 to go first half. DCA leading 21-0. Columbia Academy trying to mount a drive and get back in this thing offensively. 3 receivers split to the right. High snap, little confusion. Pass is going to be caught, and then a hit was thrown, and the ball bounces loose. And I believe they're going to rule that incomplete.
Nee's pass is incomplete.
Man, that hit was awful high.
Yes, it was.
It was awful high.
The snap was a little bit confusing. Nieves and Baldwin got together on it, almost fought each other for the football.
Well, it looked like Nieves just sort of took it off the helmet of Baldwin and say, hey, I've got this, okay?
Third down and 10. Ball sitting at the Columbia Academy 30-yard line. The run with the three wide outs to the right, one to the left, and the whistle is going to stop play, and I believe that's going to be procedure on the Bulldogs, and that'll cost them 5.
Penalty before the play.
And that brings up 3rd and 15 now as I look down the quarterback for DCA.
Ball back 5 yards.
Carey down here throwing on the sideline.
That'll bring up 3rd down.
Just trying to stay loose. Nice, comfortable night, isn't it?
Line.
Another beautiful night for football here in the Mid-State. 3rd down and 15. The ball back now at the 25-yard line of the Bulldogs. 2 wide outs split to each side, empty backfield. Nieves, the quarterback, throws over the middle, too tall for Baldwin, incomplete. Well, that's one of those. If you're that guy, the receiver going across the middle, and that pass is high, you know you're going to get hit.
Yeah, he's saying, what? Like, what? And he made the effort on the ball, but, man, if he'd have come down with that, he was about ready to be tattooed.
So 4th down and 15.
Comes into the game.
So Usherwood to punt once again. Booker will drift back near his own 40-yard line. Last punt was 29 yards by Usherwood. I looked at the play clock. It's showing 1 second. They basically said in the first quarter they were going to keep that time on the field. Punt is away. Bounces at about the 47. It will go across midfield and be down at the 45-yard line. So a punt of 25 yards, and DCA will once again start in good field position, starting at their own 45-yard line, leading 21-0.
Next Friday night, Davidson Academy at Nashville Christian there in Bellevue. So that way, you and Adam can carpool.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
Carpool. Just walk, get a rickshaw and arrive there.
Appreciate you coming up with that. Had a nice drive over here today. Very nice to be on this campus again, and given what they went through not so long ago.
Well, yeah, where we are right now 2 years ago was not standing.
Right.
Yeah, the build-out has been amazing.
1st down from the 45-yard line of the Wildcats. I formation, play action, fake. Carey throws, pass just a little too tall for his intended receiver at about the 37-yard line. Grayson Scragg got both hands on it but didn't come down with it.
Yeah, that one he should have caught. Yep. That one was there, and plenty of running room.
Green,
oh
yes.
yeah, he's still running.
That probably was a little bit of the mindset right there, thinking about running before securing the pass. 2nd down and 10. Carey had plenty of time and had an open receiver. Booker comes wide to the left, 2 receivers split right, offset I. Handoff, Jones tries the left side across the 45, across midfield, and digs into Columbia Academy territory to the 48-yard line. Dade Bennett makes the tackle, but into Bulldogs territory, brings up 3rd down and about 3 now.
I'm going to mention the fullback lead blocker, Brady Russell, probably more times than I will mention a lead block fullback all season long.
It's been effective.
Oh, yeah. He just, whoever's there first, whether it's the outside linebacker, the right end, or whatever, that push, and Jones feeds off of that, whichever way that he takes him, he goes the other way.
3rd down and 3. Ball at the 48-yard line of the Bulldogs. I formation. Handoff is fumbled forward to the 45-yard line. There's a scramble. Columbia Academy says they have it, and they do. And I believe that's Bennett once again that came up with the recovery. Jones never had it.
No, never had it. Bounced off his chest almost and went about 4 or 5 yards forward, and Bennett right there. So break for Columbia Academy because it just seemed like DCA was starting to roll a little bit.
It's the best field position they've had in a while, too, starting from their own 46-yard line. So each team now with a turnover. 5:42 left to go in this first half. DCA leading 21-0. Columbia Academy trying to take advantage of the turnover. 2 receivers split to each side. Nieves, the quarterback, gives to Baldwin, and Baldwin's going to be dropped for a loss. That's one of those, I'm not so sure that Nieves wanted to hand it off, and Baldwin took it and wouldn't let it go.
Well, and they run the RPO, and there is where Nieves, if he does that, the entire line is with Baldwin going right. The entire front of the DCA front had gone with Baldwin. He sneaks that out around the right side. He's got some running room, and I wouldn't be surprised to see that. It was like, I think Baldwin took it, and Nieves didn't want to have him have it.
Instead, a loss of 2, 2nd down and 12, back to the 44-yard line. Out of the gun, pass is batted into the air and intercepted. It's intercepted. DCA is going to take it all the way for the touchdown.
This pass is batted into the air and received by Carson Sneed.
So going the distance, just batted it to himself, and then took it all the way back for the score. Carson Sneed, the true freshman, with the interception and the score.
True freshman. There you go. You're getting like me on that college call for you. But certainly, the only thing he did was just if you can't get to the quarterback, create, a place where you can, in the passing lane. That's just what he did. Batted it himself and took it to the house.
So the second turnover generated by DCA. This one leads directly to points. Descharm on for the extra point, which is up, and it is good. And with 4:50 to go in this first half, it's DCA 28, Columbia Academy nothing on WNSR Nashville Sports Radio.
It's the Bill King Show.
I do acknowledge that the South's where the best football is played because it's a fact. I also appreciate the free flow of ideas. That's what makes our world wonderful, is the free flow of ideas. Robust debate. You disagreeing is wonderful. It's stimulating. If I'm an SEC snob to you, so be it.
Weekday mornings beginning at 6 on Sports Radio 560 on 95.9 FM. You're listening to the Mid-State Checkdown High School Game of the Week on WNSR. Here's Joe Fisher.
Interception return for the touchdown by Carson Sneed. 28-0 DCA with the lead.
You're listening to WNSR Nashville Sports Radio, 560 AM, 95.9 FM in Brentwood, 107.9 FM in Smyrna, WNSR.com, the WNSR app, Twitter, Nash Sports Radio, Facebook, Nashville Sports Radio, YouTube. We'll send pigeons to your house, whatever you need.
Would you repeat that? I didn't catch all of that.
Yeah, YouTube. We're everywhere.
Descharm's had a busy night so far kicking the football for DCA. Baldwin back deep once again. He hasn't had a chance yet to return one. This one's going to angle toward the corner, but will get into the end zone. So once again, Columbia Academy will start from its own 20-yard line. They are in desperate need of some offense here, trailing 28-0, 4:50 to go in this first half.
The Bulldogs will have it 1st and 10.
Once again, I want to thank Jody Jones Dentistry for sponsoring all of our coverage tonight. Of course, after this game, the Mid-State Checkdown scoreboard with Bruno and Zach, and Ray and Devlin. Try to get Zach in there.
He's got enough to do.
And we got Patton Cook out here who produces our shows, the Bill King Show and our show with John I do every day.
First down from their own 20-yard line, Columbia Academy. Blitz is coming. Pass far side is caught, and a tackle made immediately. Boy, I tell you what, DCA has really been good at reacting quickly. And after the catch was made, it was actually a loss on the play as Mac Jackson made the tackle, or made the catch, and was dropped for a loss of 3 on the play.
They're just not going to be able to drop back in a pocket-type situation. They're going to have to get the ball out early, try to hit it with Baldwin when they can. But right now, down by 4 scores, they're going to have to move it along. And that's going to be, I think, really some quick hitters because you just can't sit back there and let that defense.
Carter Hackman made the tackle for loss on that play. Baldwin gets the handoff here, gets back across the original line of scrimmage, but once again a short gain of about 3. And here's that 3rd and long again situation for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, once again want to mention sophomore quarterback Connor Rosson, their normal starting quarterback at Columbia Academy, broke his collarbone last Friday night and out for the season.
3rd and 9 for the Bulldogs. Clock is running, approaching 3:40 left to go in the first half. It's been all Wildcats so far. DCA showing blitz again from the middle. Long snap count by Nieves. And it is a blitz once again. Rush is coming, pass is incomplete. Boy, they were laying their ears back that time, and Nevis just got rid of it in a hurry, threw it behind his intended receiver, Nathan Thomas. That brings up fourth down.
Yeah, really nothing to do there. That with the pressure. I can't wait. I want the call. You got to call the Cade Jackson, the junior running back and linebacker, because you know what position he plays? I've never heard of it. You heard of an H-back.
Right.
He's the sniffer back. I'm not making that up.
Punt is away. Angling toward the far sideline. It's going to go out of bounds near midfield. In fact, they're going to mark it actually all the way up at the 43-yard line. So DCA will once again have outstanding field position starting in Columbia Academy territory at the 43.
You know, we were talking with first-year coach Seth Anderson, and he just was rolling through some of his key players, and he goes, sniffer back Cade Jackson, and Nathan, I go, what?
Wait a minute.
What? Sniffer back. Have you?
No, I have not.
You've done this a long time.
No, I have not.
Never heard of a sniffer, just like it sounds.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard spur, I've heard, all kinds of.
Well, it's basically an H-back.
Yeah.
The lines right up off the tight end or the left or the other side's, rear, but sniffer back. Good Lord.
Offset I once again, play action fake, rolling left with plenty of time. Pass, nice diving catch inside the 35-yard, actually inside the 40 to about the 37-yard line. Carey's pass is caught by Cam Booker, coming back to the football to make the reception at a gain of about 6.
Well, Carey also rolling left, throwing across his body, put that exactly on the spot. I mean, that was a good, strong throw by the sophomore quarterback.
2:50 left to go in this first half. Remember, DCA will get the football to open the third quarter as well. Two receivers split to the right. Offset I once again. Russell, the lead blocker, has done an outstanding job tonight. Quick pass. They swing it to the far side. Pass is caught at the 40. Scrag to the 35 to the 34-yard line. He's going to be a couple of yards shy of the first down. The Columbia Academy defender who made the tackle a little slow to get up. That was Knox Love, but he is up and okay.
Lateral again. That looked like a lateral. They called it a forward pass. But they'll do that little swing pass out of the backfield, basically a lateral, and just go get what you can get.
3rd down and 2. 2 minutes left first half. 28-0 DCA. Trying to tack on one more before intermission are the Wildcats. Out of the shotgun, Carey. 3 receivers split left, 1 to the right. Carey to throw on 3rd and 2. Rush is coming. He's sacked all the way back at the 44-yard line. The rush came off the right side, and getting there to make the tackle for the loss was Nathan Thomas.
Yeah, sent the house that time, and really, and Carey just didn't. I don't think he felt the pressure coming from the other side. And also a very rare. You don't see DCA go to the shotgun very rarely. As a matter of fact, when we talked with Coach Wade earlier this week, he said 95% we're under center.
So timeout is taken here on 4th and 11 with 1:26 left to go before halftime. Columbia Academy hoping to get the ball back and try to find something that they can do in the last 90 seconds here of the first half. A couple of turnovers, one of those an interception that led directly to a touchdown for DCA as Snead took it back all the way. And Columbia Academy really just hasn't been able to generate much offense so far tonight.
Every Monday through Friday, 4 to 6 p.m., the afternoon stretch, Zach Williams, Devlin McKenzie, and Bruno Reagan, former Vanderbilt All-SEC offensive lineman, started 40 games in a row and played in over 50 games during his career out of Clarksville High School. Mr. Reagan, he's a piece of work.
Yeah, but don't mess with him.
No. He's 350 and a black belt in judo.
That's right.
Do the math.
That's right. So 4th down and 11. Low snap, fielded on one hop. Punt is away. Will bounce toward the sideline, then bounces back to the left and will be down. Actually worked out to be pretty good for DCA, down at about the 10-yard line.
You called that a low snap. It just
it was a grounder is what it was.
Yeah, it looked like a single up the middle.
So now what does Columbia Academy opt to do here? They've got a couple of timeouts remaining. 1:15 left in the half, but backed up all the way to their own 10-yard line.
Or what does DCA do?
They only have one timeout left.
First and 10 from the 10.
Once again, DCA will get the ball to open the third quarter. Out of the gun, Nieves, the quarterback. Hands off. Baldwin tries the right side, has a little bit of room, goes all the way to the sideline, then forced out of bounds. That will stop the clock. Actually, he covered a lot of ground, but I think only got about a yard on the play.
Yeah, he rushed for 20 yards to get one. Good job by DCA extending the play. He kept looking to turn it back up. Never found that slot.
Second down and 9, 1:08 to go.
Second down and 9 from the 11.
Now, what that does for DCA stops the clock without them having to utilize a timeout.
Yeah, I doubt very seriously Coach Anderson wanted him to run out of bounds right there.
Second and 9. Nieves passes, caught, going to his knees after the short catch and a gain of about 6 on the play.
Who caught it?
That's Jackson Usherwood.
That's
Kay Jackson.
Yes,
that's Kay
it
Jackson,
is.
the sniffer
the
back.
The sniffer back with
go.
a catch.
Pass is complete.
In your career,
that's the first time I've
ever
said that.
The catch by the sniffer back?
I can honestly say that's never happened before.
Third down and 4.
Clock is running. 40 seconds left to go before halftime. Third down and 4 for Columbia Academy. Letting the clock run down. 30 seconds left in the half.
No play clock to follow.
There's the snap. Handoff. Bouncing it outside. That's going to be, I believe, enough for a first down across the 20 out to about the 22, and that's Baldwin. And that should move the chains, and that probably will be the final play of this first half.
Well, and an important first down, too, because they don't get the first down. DCA calls the timeout and has another shot.
Clock is running inside 10 seconds left, and I believe
that is enough for the first down.
They may just go ahead and let this clock run out.
It'll be first and 10 for the Bulldogs.
And that's what's going to happen. First half controlled by the homestanding Wildcats as DCA leads it by a score of 28-0. Paul Wade, the head coach for the Wildcats, hopefully will join us here for just a quick visit. I'd say overall pretty happy with the first half of play.
Yeah, just a complete effort on both sides of the ball.
And I believe Coach Wade is about to put the headset on for us.
Adam Johnson, our ops manager, down there working things through.
Getting it all worked out. Coach is going to join us here for a second. And I believe we're ready to go.
Oh, I'm not on TV.
Hey, Coach. No, you're not on TV.
No, you're not on TV, but you're looking good anyway,
Thanks,
Coach.
man. Appreciate that.
How was that first half?
A little different than we expected, to be honest with you. They got a couple guys hurt. We got a couple guys hurt. We're just trying to adjust to having people out, to be honest with you. You see these rosters, and you see the same guys are playing on both sides of the ball. So when you got two teams going like that, we're just trying to adjust to what each other don't have. And right now we're doing a little bit better job.
Well, the Pro I, and, of course, Ashton Jones at that tailback, but I've been mentioning the name of Brady Russell in that fullback slot leading up into that hole every time.
Well, Brady's the workhorse in that whole group. He's a glorified lineman, if you will, playing in that fullback. He's only touched the ball a couple times this year. We don't even have a fullback running play. So we do honor him with his hard work by letting him carry the ball at times. And he's a little banged up, so I don't know if he'll carry it tonight, but normally we give him a few touches.
All right, Coach. Well, thank you very much. Appreciate you taking a couple of minutes.
Yes, sir. Thanks, sir.
At halftime, 28-0, Donelson Christian Academy with the lead over Columbia Academy. We'll take a break, come back with halftime, the scoreboard update from the guys back in the studio right after this on WNSR Nashville Sports Radio.
Lifetime Nashville resident and former Donelson Christian Academy and Vanderbilt football standout Jody Jones of Jody Jones Dentistry. Proud to be the sponsor of all of our high school football coverage tonight on Nashville Sports Radio, especially the featured Columbia Academy at DCA game. Whether you're looking for a complete smile makeover or just need a trusted dentist for general dentistry services, Jody and his staff are ready to take care of you. Thanks to everybody who supports high school athletics, and enjoy this night of high school football and visit jodyjonesdds.com.
Sir Speedy is a proud sponsor of high school football on WNSR, Nashville Sports Radio. At Sir Speedy Music City, we provide commercial print, signs, and mailing services to companies all over Tennessee and actually all over the world. If you need anything like that, you give us a call, 615-832-9511, SirSpeedyMusicCity.com. We are a proud sponsor of high school athletics on WNSR, Nashville Sports Radio. Call us at 615-832-9511. Go to the web at SirSpeedyMusicCity.com or email us at print@SirSpeedyMusicCity.com. We are the official sign company of the Mid-State Checkdown High School Football Game of the Week.
The Mid-State Checkdown High School Football Game of the Week will continue shortly. Now, here's your scoreboard update from the Strike and Spare studio.
Bruno Reagan coming to you live from the Strike and Spare Family Fun Center studios. Let's get to a scoreboard update with all the scores from around the Mid-State. Check this one out right to start. Fairview 40. They were one of our first games of the week, and they're beating Cheatham County. Cheatham County has 2. 40-2. Fairview over Cheatham County. That's a funny score. Let's go. Lewis County over Hickman, 24-6. We have McKenzie defeating Perry County 56-0. Start a lot of blowouts right now. Page is currently up at halftime on Franklin County, 21-14. White House leading Waverly 14-7. Sycamore is defeating White House Heritage 17-0. Centennial currently up on Summit in the second quarter, 17-7. Third quarter, Portland is up on Clarksville Northeast 15-7. Boulevard Central is currently trailing Dyersburg 42-19 at halftime. Independence currently winning 17-0 against Franklin. Franklin 0-4 team struggling trying to get on the win column. Henry County currently blanketing Clarksville Northwest 35-0. Springfield is up on Kenwood 36-0. We have Haywood up on Millen 35-7. Halls, West Tennessee is currently tied with West Carroll 7-7, and Westview is currently leading Camden 49-0, going on to Region 8 and wrapping it up. We have Houston currently up on Whitehaven 14-0 at halftime. Germantown up 17-14 in third quarter against Bartlett. And going to D2, NBA up 38-0 on Father Ryan. NBA showing why they're one of the top programs in the Mid-State. McCauley up 24-7 against Knoxville Catholic. And Baylor up on Pope John Paul II 42-0 at halftime. Then we'll have to double check that one because that's a tough belief. But anything's possible. That wraps up your scoreboard update going into halftime around the Mid-State. Ray, it's been all DCA here at the Mid-State Checkdown Game of the Week. It's currently 28-0 at halftime. And if I had to give any advice to Columbia Academy, when you get in these sort of situations, and I get it, DCA is for their selection of the state, for their opponents, their common opponents in their region. You know, DCA is a smaller school, but they're a powerhouse in terms of their competition that they play against. If you're a team like Columbia Academy, you're punting 29 yards, 25 yards. It might be best just to savor your fourth downs and go for it and start to become more of an unconventional team. Would you agree with that? Or is there anything you would try to change up drastically if you're Columbia Academy trailing a 28-0 DCA team?
I mean, there's a lot to work on. I mean, when you look at this first half between DCA and Columbia Heights, it's just like Columbia Heights just can't get any offensive going for themselves. Towards the end of the second quarter, they were able to turn over the ball, recover that fumble recovery, and what did they do the very next possession? It's a pick six.
Yeah.
You know, you can't do that. You got Ashton Jones, 2 touchdowns. You got Cam Burker, who's pretty much had his will, catching a touchdown and pass himself. I mean, you go into the halftime and whatever you were doing was not working.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to throw some trick plays, because you can't really commit to what you're doing. The coach came on talking about like he was dealing with injuries and stuff like that. You're trying to see what happens. Still 2 quarters left to play, 28-0. Still preventing them from going to that run clock, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, you gotta go in and you take out things like in this game. I mean, we're halfway through the high school football season, so having low snaps,
which is crazy, by the way.
Yeah,
it's just like we just felt like we just started last week.
I know. So as we review this game real quick, one of the fumbles that Columbia suffered was just a low snap at the quarterback's ankle. As you start to get into the midway point of a season, things like this can't happen if you ever want to be competitive or take the right steps. Right? These are the most important things. And it's half and half, player and coaching. You have to really focus on the fundamentals. If you can do that, you can compete with anybody. I think we saw that with Ravenwood Oakland last week. which is a game we covered here on this station.
Right.
Ravenwood, by all accounts, shouldn't have been close. They're a good team, but they're not, nearly as talented or the powerhouse that Oakland is. But because they played solid fundamental football and no mistakes, it kept them in the game all the way to the end. It's one of those things where if you're a Columbia Academy playing a DCA, whereas a DCA might be, considered more of the powerhouse and the talent and the schemes and the coaching, you just can't have those kind of things. It's unforgivable. You have to be able to snap the football. You have to snap the football. You can't turn it over. You'd be surprised. I mean, being a guy that played at Vanderbilt, we were always the underdog. But the games we did either win or come close, it was because we just didn't turn the ball over and didn't have silly mistakes. And you'd be surprised how far that can take you in the game, Ray.
Not only turning over the ball, but capitalizing when you turn over the ball, right? I mean, Columbia High School had a chance to kind of like swift momentum. Yes, they were down 21-0 at that point.
Yeah.
And you had a chance to probably to eat a little bit into that lead, going to this halftime, kind of build some confidence going into this second half, because we all know Joe Fisher said himself, DCA gets the ball third quarter. They get the kickoff to them, so they have a lot of work to do here, and you just hope that something can get going. I think that they open up some short passes, go for high completion percentage passes. That's going to help to kind of get this offense into a rhythm, because what they're doing right now is not working. I feel like they're kind of beating themselves a little bit.
Yeah, Joe Fisher commented earlier in the game. It seemed like they were coming out vanilla, and they've kind of stayed vanilla. But then again, the quarterback will throw like a sort of chest bounce basketball pass or something. So it's weird. They have the ability to make plays, but it's definitely coming from a vanilla mindset. And injuries and midseason form could play into that. You only have so many hours to practice, to where if you have to get a new guy in and change around certain things, you just sometimes you have to go with what everyone knows and live and die by it. So it is what it is. There's nothing at halftime you can do to drastically change. Like, I think there's, a mythos of, when they get into halftime, they need to make the right adjustments. That's just not really the case. You can't change everything you do from a 5-day practice period in, 30 minutes. It's just not going to happen. You can maybe fix up a thing here and there, but you just have to, there's no magic that the Columbia coaches can go into the locker room and just say, if we do this, we'll masterfully, magically, whimsically get the win. That's not going to happen. Snap the ball right. Snap the ball right. Hey, quarterback, don't throw picks. Let us punt it, or at least run the ball, or get get equal to 3 or 4 yards, and you can go for it on fourth down, because then again, I would caution against them punting. I've had them down with a 29-yard and a 25-yard punt. At that point, you might as well just go for it.
Absolutely.
Giving DCA the ball at midfield is might as well, that's a death sentence.
But if you look at the terms of the situation, it's like they got. I think they're going to. If I'm Columbia, you got to rely on the defense a little bit here. I know they haven't been able to show off here in the first half because it's been all DCA. Get them in a couple, long down and distance. Probably, give them some, 3 and outs, maybe 2 or 3. Get your offensive going, and then come possibly fourth quarter, you might be down, maybe a touchdown, maybe 10 points, what have you. And you're still in the game.
Yeah, I mean, momentum is a huge thing when it comes to.
They had the opportunity.
Kids.
They had the momentum there. They had it, and then they just lost it within the very next play. And that pick six was like, that had to be a dagger.
I mean, the only
gut punch.
And the rest of this game is going to be determined on the first drive. DCA does get the ball, so if the Columbia Academy wants even a remote chance to start chipping away at it, they have to come out and get a 3 and out, or maybe they give up 1 first down and stop them. But that's the only way. If DCA scores off the top, basically you can wrap this one up 100%. So that was. Expert analysis from Bruto Reagan and Ray Dosky on our
more Bruto Reagan. You're the former player, and I just have a high school diploma. Yeah. So I mean, that's all I've got.
The cool thing about high school is I think it's more of an art form. You can really I feel like when you get to college and the pro level, you sort of have to subscribe to certain standards. But I remember reading a story of a coach here in Tennessee actually that never punted, always went for it on fourth down, onside kicked it every time, and always went for 2. And I was like, that's the cool thing about high school football is you can you're given more freedom to kind of make it your own, make the team your own, make the game your own, and have success with it. So that's just our 2 cents coming from the Strike and Spare Family Fun Center studios, analyzing DCA and Columbia Academy. When we come back, we'll talk about all the games going into the mid-state. This is WNSR, Nashville Sports Radio.
The Omni Nashville Hotel, located 5th Avenue downtown, and proud sponsor of the Mid-State Checkdown High School Football Game of the Week, is Nashville's premier destination for the highest quality accommodations. Start your day with a cup of Bongo Java and the Biscuit Bar at Kitchen Notes. Indulge your taste with the best beef in Music City at Bob's Steak and Chop House. And wrap yourself in luxury at Macara Day Spa before enjoying a nightcap at Bar Lines. And when it comes time to host those holiday partings and gatherings of family, let the Omni Nashville Hotel take all the worry off your plate. Proud sponsor of the Mid-State Checkdown High School Football Game of the Week, and located in the heart of Music City, the Omni Nashville Hotel is your only choice. The Omni Nashville Hotel, 5th Avenue, downtown.
Did you know there's a place where you can get good neighbor service and surprisingly great rates on home and auto insurance? Yep, and that place is, ta-da, State Farm. Here's the deal. State Farm agent Austin Hardy is your go-to agent in the Middle Tennessee community for the service you desire at the price you want. So stop shopping around. State Farm agent Austin Hardy has you covered. Call 615-810-9999 for your surprisingly great rates today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Individual premiums will vary by customer. All applicants subject to State Farm underwriting requirements.
If you're in the mood for quality burgers and handmade milkshakes, Mooyah is where you need to be. With 2 locations in Brentwood and Franklin, Mooyah is your only choice for handcrafted Angus beef burgers, fresh cut fries, and homemade ice cream milkshakes. With vegan, paleo, and keto options, Mooyah has something for every taste. Order online, dine in, or carry out. Located in Brentwood and in Franklin off West McEwen Drive. For the best quality and the best taste at the best price, make it Mooyah.
With 13 locations nationally, including Smyrna, Star Leasing Company is a semi-trailer one-stop shop and the perfect place to build a career as a semi-trailer mechanic. Seeking candidates with all levels of experience, Star Leasing Company has a semi-trailer technician trainee program with sign-on and quarterly bonuses and other opportunities such as $1,000 for having a yearly physical. The package also includes 401k with company match, health, dental, and vision insurance, competitive pay with weekly paychecks, and paid holidays and time off. Star Leasing Company, not your typical semi-trailer leasing company. Visit starleasing.com to learn more.
The Mid-State Checkdown High School Football Game of the Week will continue shortly. Now, here's your scoreboard update from the Strike and Spare studio.
Bruno Reagan, Ray Dosky, Devin McKenzie behind the board. We're the Mid-State Checkdown halftime show, and after the show, we'll have the Mid-State Checkdown post-game scoreboard show. Real quick, all of our high school football coverage here on WNSR Friday night is sponsored by Jody Jones Dentistry. Please make sure to check them out. Our sponsors are the reason we can come here on Fridays and give you an action-packed show from early afternoon all the way to sometimes midnight, as we learned last week. Ray, I'm going to throw out some scores to you. I'm going to throw out some scores to you, man, and we'll start talking about some of the, the more newsworthy games in the Mid-State. I mean, starting out, NBA, Father Ryan, they're in the fourth quarter. Father Ryan currently has not scored a single time. I mean, it's been all NBA, 45-0. Now, Ray, is there anything noteworthy you can take away from a game like this, or is just NBA? NBA is just the front-running number one, right?
Father Ryan hasn't beaten NBA at NBA since 1997.
Oh my gosh,
which is a wild stat. I mean, that's a long time.
That's like a Florida Tennessee level back in the
That's
back,
exactly it. I mean, when you look at this team, you got a 4-0 NBA team coming against a 2-2 Father Ryan. We talk about this. You just mentioned it, prior to us going to break, that now we're like halfway into the high school football season. The pressure's on, right?
Yeah.
For these, like a lot of these 2-2 teams. I mean, you got them, you've got Father Ryan, you got Brentwood High School, who's down, and a tight one against Bravenwood. They're only down 21-10 right now. Carter Pace with 3 touchdowns in that game. But in terms of what the pressure's on to see, like, okay, because now we're finding out what these teams that a lot are favored to win. Yeah, they're starting to separate themselves from the rest of the pack, right?
Yeah, I mean, they really are. I mean, I look at Baylor's a good program out of Chattanooga, also a private school, basically like the rival to Macaulay. And Pope John Paul's 4-0. We've been covering on here on this station. They're losing. I saw the score from my update here. It's 42-0 at halftime. I had to verify that score, and that's true. Pope John Paul, 4-0, currently trailing Baylor 42-0 at halftime. And we were talking about this last week, Ray, where sort of, I feel like games are actually starting to get we were trying to find out, are they getting more, drastic in terms of scores, or are they closer games? Right now, it seems like it's just blowouts all over the mid-state. There's the good team, and then there's, for a lack of a better term, the bad team. That's what it seems like.
Yeah, you see some of these games outside of Ravenwood and Brentwood High School. You got a few others that are like Davidson Academy, 14 up on BGA.
Yep. But Springfield is up 36-0 on Kenwood.
Oakland's up 35-0 on Siegel. And then you have CPA.
And these are all halftime, second, third quarter scores.
Right,
this isn't even the end of the game.
Because our game started later than these guys. We started 30 minutes after.
Henry County's in the third quarter up 42-0 on Carson
Academy. Lipscomb Academy, 34-10 over Franklin Road Academy. Here's a crazy stat. Maurice Sherrill, 4 catches off of 4 pass catches, 4 touchdowns.
4 pass catches, 4 touchdowns.
Yeah.
I wonder how many yards that is, too. That's probably if there was high school fantasy, if you have this kid on your team, he would be absolutely insane.
Okay, so I got one. It's a pop pass, a 43-yarder, a 65-yard touchdown, and a 76-yard touchdown. So he's one man, 3 plays, 184 yards.
It's safe to say
that's what we do here on the halftime show. We give you all the stats you need.
It's safe to say too, if you can notice, if you have like the clarity to notice that kind of statage during the game, just throw, and that comes to a case, just throw a screen to that guy and see what happens, because obviously he is absolutely unstoppable.
Apparently he has a second gear, and it's definitely shown in this game tonight. But yeah, you kind of hit the nail on the head about the whole like the scoreboard discrepancy, like in terms of like it's multiple touchdown victories for a lot of these teams.
Yeah, we're starting to see who's really, going into state, because you carry your momentum all the way through. So it's not like good teams are going to let up or slow down. They want to absolutely blanket and dominate, because we're already halfway through the high school football season. Playoff time is going to be here just like that. So you can't allow, a come from behind win or close victories. If you have the opportunity, you want to boat race every opponent possible, so that way you carry your momentum into the postseason, into postseason football.
What's crazy, the CPA was up 28-0. The Good Pastures just got on the board. 9 plays, 9 runs. That's interesting.
Yeah,
a 30-yard touchdown run. I mean, that's
exactly what we need to see out of Columbia if they want to get it back up on DCA. Okay, that's sort of similar situation, 28-0. So we need Columbia to get a stop and then eventually trudge down the field if they want any chance of winning it. But personally, I don't see it happening. I mean, and for what it is.
This is DCA's game to win, right? I mean, it looks like all the momentum's on their side.
The only way I see them losing is if they throw 3 picks. I mean, just 3 pick sixes, and then the game gets closer. And even then, it'd be hard for them to give this game away. We're at that level.
But this is high school football.
Yeah, anything can happen.
And it can happen, will happen, right? Yeah. I mean, that's just how it works.
Yeah, we got our boys on the field are like, don't put that JoJo on us.
Or as Devin says, don't put that evil on us.
Yeah, don't put that evil on us. 100%. I mean, so good CPA, Good Pasture, they're currently, battling Lipscomb Academy, FRA. They're currently battling. Ensworth is on MUS up 21-10, and that'll do it for your Mid-State Checkdown halftime show. I'm Bruno Reagan. That's Ray Dosky. You're listening to WNSR, Nashville Sports Radio.
Dry rub wings are back at Slim Chickens. Fresh, fried, and full of flavor. Like smooth and kickin' cayenne ranch, zesty lemon pepper, or turn it up with new spicy Nashville hot. Try them today with a meal or feed your hungry crowd. But hurry, they're only back for a limited time. At Slim's, bold flavor is what we do. Download the Slim Chickens app to order and earn rewards.
Located at 2705 Nolensville Pike, Southern Trophy has been serving Nashville and Middle Tennessee for over 62 years. Southern Trophy offers a wide array of services like custom-designed awards, cast bronze plaques, etched crystal awards, laser-engraved corporate gifts, promotional items, merch, embroidery, screen printing, signage, and banners. Browse their entire collection online at southerntrophy.com or on Facebook at Southern Trophy. Feel free to give them a call at 615-256-7295. That's 615-256-7295. Southern Trophy. They do their best to help you recognize your best.
Join us Friday night, September 16th for WNSR's Mid-State Checkdown High School Football Game of the Week. It's Columbia Academy at Donelson Christian. The high school football coverage begins at 6:15 with Murphy Fair's Matchups Preview Show. Pre-game coverage of Columbia Academy at DCA commences at 6:45, followed by our Mid-State Checkdown High School Football Scoreboard Show. After the game, hosted by Bruno Reagan, Ray Doskey, and Devlin McKenzie. It's Columbia Academy at DCA right here on Nashville Sports Radio.
The Omni Nashville Hotel, located 5th Avenue downtown, and proud sponsor of the Mid-State Checkdown High School Football Game of the Week, is Nashville's premier destination for the highest quality accommodations. Start your day with a cup of Bongo Java and the Biscuit Bar at Kitchen Notes. Indulge your taste with the best beef in Music City at Bob's Steak and Chop House. And wrap yourself in luxury at Macara Day Spa before enjoying a nightcap at Barlines. And when it comes time to host those holiday partings and gatherings of family, let the Omni Nashville Hotel take all the worry off your plate. Proud sponsor of the Mid-State Checkdown High School Football Game of the Week, and located in the heart of Music City, the Omni Nashville Hotel is your only choice. The Omni Nashville Hotel, 5th Avenue downtown.
Lifetime Nashville resident and former Donelson Christian Academy and Vanderbilt football standout Jody Jones of Jody Jones Dentistry. Proud to be the sponsor of all of our high school football coverage tonight on Nashville Sports Radio, especially the featured Columbia Academy at DCA game. Whether you're looking for a complete smile makeover or just need a trusted dentist for general dentistry services, Jody and his staff are ready to take care of you. Thanks to everybody who supports high school athletics, and enjoy this night of high school football, and visit jodyjonesdds.com.
It's the Mid-State Checkdown High School Football Game of the Week. Joe Fisher with play-by-play and Greg Vogue as color analysis. Now to the field for your second half coverage. Here's Joe Fisher.
Thank you very much, John Young. 28-0 Donelson Christian Academy with the lead at halftime. First half was all DCA, Greg.
It was, and another score. We'll have that running clock. Some stats for you. Columbia Academy quarterback Elisha Nieves, 7 of 14, 27 yards. Monte Baldwin, 16 carries, 59 yards. All but one of the carries he did, and that was the quarterback Nieves as well. A couple catches, only 4 catches to go around as well. So anyway, it looked like that. And then obviously on the other end with Ashton Jones leading the way, 106 yards on the carry, 106 yards for Ashton Jones.
And a couple of touchdowns as well. So DCA will get the football to open this third quarter. Wildcats will move from left to right as you listen. Once again, DCA, the gray, the smoky gray jerseys and pants, blue numerals trimmed in gold. Columbia Academy, white jerseys, blue numerals, blue pants. And the kickoff is in the air. It is a short one fielded by an up man at about the 20-yard line, trying to get to the middle of the field. Now to the sideline, turns upfield 30, 35, 40. 45 midfield, got a chance, and finally dragged down from behind just inside the 40-yard line. Cameron Booker did a really nice job of reading his blocks in front of him. Almost took that one to the house.
Very patient, sort of picked his way down the field. All the stats. DCA quarterback Mitchell Carey, 9 of 12 for 178 yards. I mentioned Ashton Jones, 10 carries for 106 yards and the 2 touchdowns.
Averaging 10 yards per carry, and I would think we'll see a steady diet of that to start this drive. First down in Columbia Academy territory at the 38-yard line after the very nice return by Booker. They're going to swing that pass to the far side. Pass is caught by Scragg, and a nice open field tackle after a gain of only a couple of yards, as that was Knox Love, who's had a nice night tonight for Columbia Academy. He's been in a lot of tackles tonight.
DCA just getting the ball out quickly. Actually, that was a lateral again, just trying to get the receiver in space and do something after the catch.
Gain of only 2 on the play. Ball down to the 36-yard line, just underway. Third quarter, 28-0 Wildcats with the lead. DCA trying to get to 3-2 on the year. 2 receivers will split to the near side here. Wildcats moving left to right as you listen. There's that I formation once again. Man in motion is Scragg. Play action, rolling right, rush is coming. Pass thrown to the far side, incomplete. Tried to throw it back to the left side of the field and underthrew Scragg.
Thought it was interesting, our conversation as we were going to the halftime break with Coach Wade. The fullback, he's a glorified offensive lineman. We may throw him a bone and let him carry the ball every once in a while.
He did actually say he's a little dinged up, so he may not even carry the ball tonight, but nonetheless. But he certainly knows what that job is all about at the fullback position because he has been an outstanding lead blocker tonight.
5th year for Coach Wade here at his alma mater. He took over this team in 2018 and had no returning starters and 7 seniors. 4 years later wins the state championship.
3rd down and 8, and a whistle is going to stop play. Penalty flag is down. Offsides is going to be called on Columbia Academy. So now what was 3rd and 8, now 3rd and 3.
5-yard penalty.
And I would think 4-down territory.
Bring up 3rd down. And
we're talking about Paul Wade, former player here, started as assistant here, CPA, won 3 state championships, head coach at Davidson Academy, worked with Ricky Bowers in that run 10 years ago.
Yep.
Yeah, at Innsworth. Came back home.
3rd and 3, play action, carry, looking back to the left. They try a wheel route, incomplete. Oh, they ran it, had it open.
Carries pass to Ashton Jones.
And Ashton Jones just could not hang on.
Yeah, that's
right on the hands,
there was nothing more than him just dropping it.
So now brings up 4th down and 3, and DCA, I would think, would go for it here with the ball at the Columbia Academy 31-yard line.
But a nice job setting up that wheel route. He was going down the sideline untouched.
All by himself, sure was. Well, let's see if they lean on that lead blocker in Russell. Jones at tailback, 4th down and 3. Quick look to the sideline. Now the snap. They'll give. Jones will try the left side. He's going to have the 1st down inside the 25 to about the 22. Sometimes the simplest thing, Greg, is just line up, power to that left side, and they got more than enough to move the chains.
Yeah, on that left side, too, you got 2 all-staters at left guard, L.J. Tolbert at left tackle, David Lyles. Mm-hmm. You also have the glorified fullback offensive lineman leading up in that hole. So Jones just punching it right through.
1st and 10.
Ball marked at the 22-yard line of Columbia Academy. 28-0 DCA. We're just underway 3rd quarter. Wildcats, after a nice kickoff return, set up the short field. Carry to throw, incomplete, off the hands of the intended receiver at about the 15-yard line. In and out of the hands of Stephen Altum. Just a little tall, but catchable.
The play action had it, and he had Russell underneath, and I thought, dump it over to the fullback offensive lineman running down the field. He had him on the short route.
You want to wait till he gets down about the 1-yard line and then hand it to him. Let's see if he can put one in the end zone. 2nd down and 10. 9:34 to go 3rd quarter. 2 receivers split wide to the right to come out all the way to the numbers out here on the right side. Handoff Jones trying to bounce it outside. Now a nice spin move back to the middle. Now he's going to cut left. Gets to the 15. Stiff arm across the 10 to the 5. Touchdown. What a run. He covered the entire field. A nice couple of stiff arms in the last 10 yards, and he takes it all the way for his 3rd touchdown of the night.
And I also like the PA announcer doing the play-by-play. He spins, he turns, it's a touchdown, and it's a Jody Jones touchdown by Ashton Jones, the son.
That's right.
Like it when the PA gets into a little play-by-play there. But he did. Spinorama.
Yeah, he did.
And then a couple nice stiff arms and a little burst of speed at the end there.
34-0 with the extra point to come here from Braden Ducharme. And the kick is up, and it is good. 9:03 left to go in the 3rd quarter. DCA extends the lead to 35-0 on WNSR, Nashville Sports Radio.
Sir Speedy is a proud sponsor of high school football on WNSR, Nashville Sports Radio. At Sir Speedy Music City, we provide commercial print, signs, and mailing services to companies all over Tennessee and actually all over the world. If you need anything like that, you give us a call, 615-832-9511, SirSpeedyMusicCity.com. We are a proud sponsor of high school athletics on WNSR, Nashville Sports Radio. Call us at 615-832-9511. 932-9511. Go to the web at SirSpeedyMusicCity.com or email us at print@SirSpeedyMusicCity.com. We are the official sign company of the Mid-State Checkdown High School Football Game of the Week.
This is WNSR's broadcast of the Mid-State Checkdown High School Game of the Week. Here's Joe Fisher.
Well, Donelson Christian Academy takes advantage of the opening kickoff return. Good field position, got it inside the 40, and then Ashton Jones cashes in his third touchdown of the night. DCA's lead is now 35-0 with 8:59 to go in the third quarter.
Join us Saturday mornings at 8, the longest-running high school football prep show in the marketplace. Prep Football Talk, presented by Freeman Webb, Coach Bubba Spears, Craig Ladd, and myself. Tomorrow morning, our guest, our legend, will be Jody Jones, the former DCA star and Vanderbilt standout, and Blackman tight end Ben Marshall, who's committed to Cal, and Coach Chandler Tygart at Blackman as well. And after this game, we will be naming the Omni Nashville Hotel Player of the Game.
Kickoff is fielded by Baldwin. He's going to try to bring this one back to the 10. Runs left to the 15 and stumbles at about the 22-yard line. He was about a half a step from maybe having a little bit bigger return, but was tripped up at about the 22-yard line.
You know, he's a good-looking sophomore.
Yeah, he is.
He really is. Runs hard. About all they have, really, in offensively tonight.
Past the 20 to the 20.
Clock is running. 8:15 to go third quarter. Again, as you mentioned, Greg, once the score gets above 30 in the second half, it is a running clock, and we're at 35-0 right now. Columbia Academy has been held pretty much in check tonight. And a whistle, and that will actually stop play for a moment, although the clock continues to run. Referee Larry Baker saying, hey, I'm trying to stop the clock.
Officials timeout.
Now he's finally got it stopped. It looks like he's walking over to have a conversation.
Well, I think they got a problem with the first down marker.
Yep.
Well, not the first down marker, but one of the chains. Chain crew, yes.
Yep, they've finally got that squared away.
Still 10 yards, right?
I don't think they've added anything on it.
Okay, good.
Now the clock rewinds once again. First down and 10. High snap. Nieves hands off Baldwin, running to his right. Turns the corner. Has room down the sideline, and no one is going to catch him. 40, 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown. Columbia Academy with their biggest play of the night. That one is 77 yards for the score.
Yeah, once Baldwin turned the corner, he was shot out of a cannon. No one there. DCA, poor job, didn't set the edge there, and he just turned it, and he was gone.
He was. Boy, the minute he got to about the 40-yard line on this side, you could tell it was all over. So they get the goose egg off the board. They get the lead back down inside of 30 again.
Yeah, as a freshman last year, over 1,000 yards
yep.
as a freshman. Came into this game averaging 149 a game.
Yep, averaging 10 yards a carry coming into this game. And the extra point is up, and it is good. The point is booted through by Pablo Cisneros, who is a freshman. 7:19 left to go in the third quarter. Columbia Academy is on the board. It's 35-7 DCA on WNSR, Nashville Sports Radio.
Did you know there's a place where you can get good neighbor service and surprisingly great rates on home and auto insurance? Yep, and that place is, ta-da, State Farm. Here's the deal. State Farm agent Austin Hardy is your go-to agent in the Middle Tennessee community for the service you desire at the price you want. So stop shopping around. State Farm agent Austin Hardy has you covered. Call 615-810-9999 for your surprisingly great rates today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Individual premiums will vary by customer. All applicants subject to State Farm underwriting requirements.
Welcome back to the Mid-State Checkdown High School Football Game of the Week on WNSR. Here's Joe Fisher.
77-yard touchdown run by Monte Baldwin gets Columbia Academy on the board. 35-7 Donelson Christian Academy with the lead. 7:19 left to go in this third quarter.
Busy Saturday. We mentioned it earlier. Prep Football Talk at 8. Sammy Kincaid with the Power Hour at 9. WKU at Indiana. Pregame at 10. Kickoff at 11 up at Memorial Stadium up in Bloomington.
Of course, you also have your duties with Tennessee State on Saturday.
Mm-hmm. TSU at MTSU tomorrow night.
6 o'clock.
It's a little bit closer than Cheney, Washington.
Yeah, just a little bit. High, short kickoff. Fielded by the up man once again at the 25. The ball got loose for a moment. Now spinning away is Booker. Booker trying to get to the outside. Turns upfield 30, 35, gallops across the 40 to about the 43-yard line.
Taken by Booker.
So once again, covering a lot of ground, but a decent return. They've tried to kick it short. It hasn't paid off.
And had a little bunny hop in the
did.
middle of that, too. He was feeling it a little bit.
First and 10 from their own 43.
So DCA will start 1st and 10 from their own 43-yard line. Carey has gone all the way at quarterback. Mitchell Carey, the sophomore. Came in with only one touchdown pass on the season. Has tacked one on tonight. Two receivers split to the left, the I formation. Russell and Jones in the backfield. Hand off to Jones, tries the left side. Boy, he went nowhere. He was knocked down. I don't think he even got back to the line of scrimmage. He just ran into a brick wall right there.
No gain on the play.
No gain on the play. 2nd down and 10. Had over 100 yards rushing in the first half, tacked on a touchdown in this half, but was going nowhere right there. Clock is running, 6:40 left in the third. If you're just tuning in, this game didn't kick off till 7:30.
And there's a reason for that. I'll explain in just a second.
Explain that in a moment. Yep. 2nd down and 10. I formation once again, two receivers right. Quick pass, there's that lateral pass again, and it was dropped. Let's see, is it lateral or incomplete?
Oh, he called it a lateral.
He called it a lateral.
Yep.
It went out of bounds actually at the 43-yard line. Basically back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd down and 10.
Well, you talked about the 7:30 start. This region, Division II, Single A, Middle Region, DCA, Clarksville Academy, Columbia Academy, Grace Christian, Nashville Christian, where we'll be next Friday night, and Mount Juliet Christian. All of their games through this month start at 7:30, and in October, 7 o'clock, just because their roster are so short-limited.
3rd and 10. Straight drop by Carey. Throws over the middle, incomplete. Just led his intended receiver a little bit too much at about the 35-yard line. Was looking for Stephen Altum, and that'll bring up 4th down. So I would think you'll send the punting unit on here in DCA's own territory at the 44, but let's see.
Little bit of a victory for Columbia Academy, getting off the field now after the big run, forcing the punt.
Well, I think Russell is going to go back to punt this ball away. Good snap. High end over end. Bounces at the 25, bounces straight up in the air, and is down at about the 26-yard line, where Columbia Academy will start 1st down. Actually, they mark it down at about the 27, so a 30-yard punt.
The 26-yard line.
Now they'll back to the 26 is where they'll start. 1st down, 35-7 DCA with the lead. 5:49 to go in the third quarter.
Once again, want to thank DCA, the legendary coach, Hall of Fame coach Dennis Goodwin, now the athletic director here.
Good to see
Just
him
great
earlier.
host. Oh, saw him earlier. Of course, Jody Jones Dentistry, the sponsor of all of our high school stuff tonight.
1st down and 10 from the 26-yard line. Nieves at quarterback. Elisha Nieves, he is a junior. High snap, going to keep, and is going to be swallowed up at the line of scrimmage and thrown to the ground. I think that was once again number 59 getting in there. That's Connor Thomas, the senior defensive end, who made the tackle. And now a DCA player is down, back at the 22-yard line. Can't tell if this is a cramp or not.
Really just the second time Nieves has really tucked it in the RPO and not let Baldwin have the ball. Remember earlier, Baldwin just took it out of his hands in one of those RPOs.
Yeah, this might be a cramping situation here for one of the DCA players. We'll take a break right here with 5:36 to go in the third. Wildcats leading 35-7 on WNSR Nashville Sports Radio.
If you're in the mood for quality burgers and handmade milkshakes, Mooyah is where you need to be. With 2 locations in Brentwood and Franklin, Mooyah is your only choice for handcrafted Angus beef burgers, fresh cut fries, and homemade ice cream milkshakes. With vegan, paleo, and keto options, Mooyah has something for every taste. Order online, dine in, or carry out. Located in Brentwood and in Franklin off West McEwen Drive. For the best quality and the best taste at the best price, make it Mooyah.
You're listening to the Mid-State Checkdown High School Game of the Week, live on WNSR, Nashville Sports Radio. Here's Joe Fisher.
Still tending to the DCA. That's Russell, Brady Russell, who's finally helped to his feet. And this is one of those guys, and you mentioned it, Greg, that never comes off the field, plays every snap on both sides of the football, and he's walking rather gingerly trying to get over here to this near sideline.
Yeah, that's a cramp.
Yep.
You can just tell he doesn't want. He's going, oh, those things hurt.
They sure do.
His is from effort. Mine's from lack of
It's
potassium.
Right. Get some pickle juice down there on the sidelines. And
pickle juice.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes, sir. 2nd down and 10 after no gain on the previous play. Nieves was stopped high snap once again, looking to throw, looking long, and coverage is right there, and the pass is incomplete. Booker was there on the coverage, pass intended for Harrison Brownlee. They had a little chicken fight going on between the two, and they let that all go.
Yeah, good no call right there. Both of them have the right to the football. Both of them are running stride for stride, little what'd you call it, chicken scratching back and forth a little bit, but I think a really good no call right there. Let them play.
Brings up 3rd and 10. Once again, because of the touchdown a moment ago, we're back under a 30-point deficit, so the clock is no longer a running clock, at least for now. So 3rd and 10. This has been an issue for Columbia Academy tonight. They've been in 3rd and long situations quite a bit more often than I'm sure they want to.
One of the few times, though, they did take a shot downfield tonight.
High snap, Nieves rolling to his right. Passes is caught, and I believe it's enough for the first down. A little spinning catch at the 37-yard line on the reception, and that is Mac Jackson with the catch and a gain of about 12 and a first down.
You know, Columbia Academy down 28-0. You can come out, you can mail it in. You look at it right now, these teams are even in this second half.
35-7 is the score, approaching 5 minutes to go in the third. The planes just keep on coming in, Greg. We're right on the flight path, and we've seen them all night long. Nieves to throw after the play action, throwing long down the far sideline, and that pass is caught. Oh, what a catch at about the 37-yard line on the reception. That was Mac Jackson again.
Well, yeah, and really good coverage that time. Had him bracketed over the top, with the cover 2, and then underneath as well. Just put it right on the money. And Columbia Academy with a little bit of life here.
Yep, starting to throw the ball downfield a little bit. Ball is marked down at about the 32-yard line of DCA. 1st and 10 for Columbia Academy. The Bulldogs in the shotgun. Hand off to Baldwin. Gives ground all the way back to the 40. Now tries to get the corner and does. 30. There's a flag down. 25-20. He bowls over a DCA player down to about the 10-yard line. And a little bit of a tap on the helmet. Say that was a nice lick, because Baldwin did not try to run around the last defender. He tried to run through him.
Yeah, and he knew the flag was down. That was just, hey, let's go, right? He knew the flag was down.
Right.
The ball's coming back. He didn't try to cut one way or run out of bounds, knowing the play's coming back. He said, all right, man oh man, right now I'm right at you.
And they will bring it back. The penalty is on Columbia Academy. They're going to walk it back. It's a holding penalty. They'll walk it back to the 43-yard line, so that eliminates what would have been a very big gain. And now it's going to be first down and about 21, it looks like.
First down, and the ball spotted at the 43-yard line.
You're talking about all these planes coming in, bringing tourists. Spend money, enjoy yourself, and then go home. We're full. We are full.
2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Handoff up the middle, maybe a couple of yards, and that's about all. That was the carry that time by Jack Gordon. his first carry of the night, I believe.
Of course, all the real estate agents out there. No, we're good.
We got room.
We got plenty. My daughter Grace is sitting there. Yeah, right. No, I'll sell you a house.
No, they're still building.
To be second down and 19. The ball
second down and 19. The ball at the 41-yard line of DCA. 3:25 to go in the third quarter. 35-7 Wildcats. Nieves rolling right out of the shotgun, now being rushed. Gives ground to midfield. Throws down the far sideline. That pass, I believe, was intercepted, and it was. Picked off at the 30-yard line. The interception made by Grayson Scragg, who pulled that in. That's turnover number 3 of the night for Columbia Academy.
On the interception for the
Just threw that one into traffic, and that time the freshman was right there to take it away.
A freshman. My God, a freshman.
That's right. Well, there are quite a few freshmen out there tonight on both these teams.
Wildcats stopped the Bulldog
Little tribute
drive.
to Larry Munson.
That's right.
There. The legendary Larry Munson.
So Mitchell Carey back in at quarterback. DCA with the interception, their second pick of the night. Third overall turnover. Handoff to Jones on first down. Gets the lead block from Russell. Turns upfield to the 35. Runs into his own man at about the 36-yard line. Gain of close to 7 yards on first down.
One rule I don't like when a helmet comes off that a player has to leave the game. I know that it's in high school, it's in college, not in the pro. It doesn't make any sense to me if a helmet just comes off in the course of play.
Yeah, and they can rule, obviously, if the helmet was taken off by another player, then you can say, no, you don't have to leave the game. But in that particular instance, Harrison Brownlee lost his helmet for Columbia Academy, so he'll have to sit out one play. Second down and a long 3. Boy, traffic up the middle. Bouncing outside is Jones. He's going to be, I believe, about a yard shy of the first down as he was dragged down at the 39. And a little bit of a temper flare-up for a moment, but a couple of teammates get in and cooler heads prevail.
Ball is spotted.
Columbia Academy, again, the point, not to belabor, down 28-0. We're about a couple minutes through, to go in the third quarter. Score 7-7 here in the second half.
Second half, that's right. And now Sapicki is going to come out of the game. Gabriel Sapicki, he was the one that seemed to be a little bit irritated there for a moment. He's going to come to the sideline. Having a brief conversation on the sideline right now with a member of the coaching staff. Third down and a long 1. Tailback Jones bounces outside, first down and more, close to midfield. Running left, they've had a lot of success running to that side tonight.
Yeah, and got a little chippiness, got a flag after the fact. I think that's going to be on DCA.
There is a flag that's thrown after the play.
It was after the play. The game was plenty enough for a first down out to close to the 48-yard line, but let's see what this ruling is now. Dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct. Yes, it is on DCA.
Calls unsportsmanlike conduct against the Wildcats.
Well, it heated up the last play, and it carried over to this play, and they're trying to get a handle on it right now.
Now, if that was a dead ball foul after the play, should it not be first down?
Yes, I believe it should. And I believe they're resetting the change now. It should be
Jones
a first
does
down.
Pick up the first down.
Yes. They've got it squared away. First down back to the 32-yard line.
The ball moves back 15 yards. But it will be first down for the Wildcats.
So they give up about 15 yards on the play, but they will be back at 1st and 10 here. I formation once again. 2 receivers split to the right. Now that fullback moves to the left. They'll run left again. Jones is dragged down. It looked like he was going to have more down the sideline. It was finally tackled at about the 37-yard line, a gain of 7 on first down.
That's a pretty rough tackle
Yeah,
right
it was.
there. He just sort of grabbed him and slung him.
He was scooting, and then he disappeared all of a sudden.
Dane Bennett with the tackle there.
Up 5 yards. It'll be second
Officially,
down
they're going to give him 5 yards
on
on the play. Ball at the 37-yard line. Second down and 5. Approaching the final minute of the third quarter. DCA leading 35-7. Carey under center. Passes near side, caught. Scragg tackled at the 41-yard line, tackled by Harrison Brownlee with the tackle. Let's see where they're going to mark that at the 42-yard line. That will be enough for a first down.
Grayson Scragg.
Once again, just getting the ball out quickly, letting Scragg do the work after the fact. Nothing very fancy about it.
Two receivers out there. One of them's a blocker, one of them's a receiver, and just see if you can make a man miss. And it's enough to get the first down. 45 seconds left in the third quarter. Fullback is Stephen Altum. And now officials' whistle will stop play. I think they're going to order.
Well, they got two coming off. One of them, I think it's an equipment.
I think it's Russell. They're telling him he's going to have to come off the field for some reason. I don't know. He's got both hands in the air. He's looking for.
Maybe he has a little blood or something. I don't know.
It could be something like that has to be treated if that's the case. It was the back judge that saw it, Greg, and stepped in and stopped play immediately.
Well, he's right here in front of us.
Yep. Now DCA is going to call a timeout. By doing that,
Wildcats,
they could put that player back in.
Well, he's got to figure out whatever he's trying to open, he can't open. He's not getting any help.
He's pulled up the helmet now trying to. I don't know. Can't tell. But they utilized the timeout here with 14 seconds left in this third quarter. It was 28-0 at halftime. DCA got the opening kickoff, had a great return to start the third quarter, put it into the end zone. Jones with a touchdown, his third of the night. And then Baldwin got loose on a 77 or 78-yard scamper for Columbia Academy's only touchdown of the night.
Still haven't figured out what happened there. I mean, you mentioned it with the timeout, he can go back in now. But at first I thought it was equipment. I think
he's still trying to. He's got the helmet pulled up. He's trying to get an official's attention to see if maybe he can. He's going to come out. He's not going to go back into the game. He's going to come out for this play. I don't know if you ever got it figured out. Nonetheless, 1st and 10. Wildcat, they snap it to the tailback, Jones, who gets midfield, still on his feet down the far sideline to the 40, to the 35, and out of bounds, close to the 30-yard line. He just sort of disappears down there over on that left sideline and just pops out of the other side, and another big gain.
Well, went to the Wildcat that time, direct snap, obviously, just pops it to the outside. Now you've got your starters coming back in. Whatever happened with Russell, he's back.
On the play for the Wildcats.
Jones has got to be knocking on, 150 yards or so. He had just over 100 in the first half.
At least that.
1st and 10.
And of course, they had 1,800 last year.
Yep, and had a couple of nice runs here in this third quarter. Jones is going to come out of the game now, over here to the sideline, get a little bit of a breather. They'll try another tailback, running to the right, turns upfield 35-30, 25-20. That is Russell. That is Brady Russell. He's into the end zone for the touchdown. You got your wish, Greg. They let him carry it one time, and he took it to the house.
Well, we talked to Coach Wade as he was going off the field. He's a glorified offensive lineman lining up at fullback, and he said, we don't have anything for him. And they snapped him. He was in the tailback position and let him ramble. So good for him.
And when he got to the 5, he was not going to be denied, and he took it in for the touchdown. And now I believe Columbia Academy has called timeout. That was the final play of the third quarter, but we'll have the extra point here to come. 41-7 is the score. That pushes it back above the 30.
Just the second carry of the season for Brady Russell, my man. He had one attempt for 0 yards.
Well, he looked like he was having some cramping issues earlier. He didn't show him on that run.
And he fumbled that one, but didn't lose it.
He wasn't going to fumble this one.
No. And actually, did you see it about the 5-yard line? Instead of running into the end zone, he went head hunting.
Yeah, that's right.
He said, he's used to blocking. I got to hit somebody. What am I doing out here?
So now after the timeout, just about set for the extra point opportunity here for Ducharme to try to make it a 42-7 game.
If he was facing that way, what are we going, east-west right here? If he was facing north, he'd kick that thing in the river.
He's got a leg.
Yes.
There's no doubt about that. A lot of his kickoffs tonight have been into the end zone. The quarterback carry is the holder. Kick is up, and that kick is just inside the left upright and is good. So new score as we head to the fourth quarter. DCA 42, Columbia Academy 7 on WNSR Nashville Sports Radio.
With 13 locations nationally, including Smyrna, Star Leasing Company is a semi-trailer one-stop shop and the perfect place to build a career as a semi-trailer mechanic. Seeking candidates with all levels of experience, Star Leasing Company has a semi-trailer technician trainee program with sign-on and quarterly bonuses and other opportunities such as $1,000 for having a yearly physical. The package also includes 401k with company match, health, dental, and vision insurance, competitive pay with weekly paychecks, and paid holidays and time off. Star Leasing Company, not your typical semi-trailer leasing company. Visit starleasing.com to learn more.
Dry rub wings are back at Slim Chickens. Fresh, fried, and full of flavor. Like smooth and kickin' cayenne ranch, zesty lemon pepper, or turn it up with new spicy Nashville hot. Try them today with a meal or feed your hungry crowd. But hurry, they're only back for a limited time. At Slim's, bold flavor is what we do. Download the Slim Chickens app to order and earn rewards.
This is Nashville's best high school football coverage. WNSR's Mid-State Checkdown High School Football Game of the Week. Here's Joe Fisher.
We head to the fourth quarter. Joe Fisher, Greg Pogue, Adam Johnson with you from Donelson Christian Academy. DCA has led all the way. They lead 42-7 over Columbia Academy as we get set to start the fourth quarter of play.
And after the game, we will be naming the Omni Nashville Hotel Player of the Game. Got to figure we already know who that is.
Pretty good idea.
Yeah.
Pretty good idea.
Yep. And we'll be down on the field presenting that plaque to him after the game and put that picture.
If we can catch him.
Up on, up on. I hope Russell's not in front of him.
No. We'll just throw the plaque and keep going is what we'll do. Ducharme set to kick it away. Baldwin back deep to receive. He's gotten loose once tonight. It was in the third quarter and took it for 77 yards and the touchdown. This is a high, beautiful kickoff. Fielded at about the 6. Baldwin eases to the middle of the field to the 15, and he's upended at the 20. A nice open field tackle where Columbia Academy will start first down.
Yeah, Baldwin tried to make the cut, and the defender there just went right through the block.
17, Stephen Alton.
You've talked about this. Alton made the tackle, but you've talked about this with these guys, 30 players on one team, I think 38 on the other. The vast majority of these guys are playing both sides of the football tonight.
Back to the running clock as well with the 35-point lead.
Right. Elisha Nieves at quarterback. Hands off to Baldwin, gives ground running left, and he is collared, and I mean literally collared. They grabbed him by the jersey and dragged him down for a loss.
Surprised there wasn't a horse collar call on that one right there.
Shot behind the line of scrimmage by Sneed.
Tackle made by Carson Sneed, rather.
A loss of 6 yards on the play.
I mentioned he gives ground, and Baldwin a couple of times tonight has given significant ground trying to turn that corner. That time he gave up 6 yards.
The 14-yard line.
Ball back to the 14.
We'll credit the DCA pursuit, just the push of the front.
2nd and 16. Man in motion left to right. Nieves hands off, little jet sweep. Baldwin trying to get out of the traffic and cannot do it. Again, a good job by DCA with good pursuit, stringing that out and really not giving up any ground at all.
basically the same play to both sides, and you mentioned it. There's just really no place for Baldwin on either one of those, to the left or to the right. He's looking for a hole, and DCA does a really good job on both sides of these last two plays, really stringing it out and making it, tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
That was Jones coming up from the strong safety position. Now you're looking at 3rd down and 20. 10 minutes left to play. Clock continues to run. Nieves throws past far side, caught. Trying to get to the sideline, and does, and I believe has a first down. Good job there to find just enough room. Cade Jackson with the reception.
Is complete.
The sniffer back.
There you go.
Got enough for the first down.
Boy, on 3rd and 20, that will not make the DCA coaching staff very happy to give up that much ground on that and give up the first down.
But he did a nice job sniffing out the first down.
There you go.
I couldn't.
I saw what you did there. I saw what you did there.
It's not anything I'm proud of.
You shouldn't be. First down after the gain. Ball spotted at looks like about the 31-yard line. Nieves in the gun, hands off to Baldwin, tries the left side. This time he'll run out of bounds after a short gain.
But you're right. As soon as he takes that ball, he loops around, and a lot of that has to do with the push, but I think that's just as instinctively
Sure looks like it.
where he's looking for his turn upfield and gets spread out there, but it does. He looks like a banana route there.
He's giving away some ground before he makes that turn on the corner. He gained 2 yards on the play before he ran out of bounds. Again, the clock continues to run with the lead at 42-7. 3 receivers split to the right. 1 wide to the left. Elisha Nieves in the shotgun. Takes the snap, looks to this near side on the slant. Pass is caught across the 40, and that should be enough for a first down to about the 44-yard line on the reception. Mac Jackson with the catch. Nice quick slant. Right on the seam and got the first down.
Yeah, right on the money, too. Threaded the needle there. Surprising we hadn't seen a little bit more of that, really, because, Nieves has got to be 6'4", got a big arm. He's the backup quarterback, obviously, with Rawson out for the season with a broken collarbone.
Yeah, he was throwing that one downhill from 6'4". First down ball at the 44-yard line. They'll give to Baldwin again. He'll give ground again. He'll turn the corner and run out of bounds. Well, he runs about, 20 or 25 yards, ends up picking up about 2 or 3.
But he keeps looking, to turn,
He's trying to break it,
and he is, and it gets spread out. Now, if he can get to that edge, but there's just no place for him to turn it upfield. DCA on both sides of the ball, really nice job of setting those edges.
Gain of 2 on the play across the 45 to the 46. 7.5 minutes left to play. DCA looking to improve to 3-2 on the season. In the gun, Nieves looking left, throws a little bit too hard. That's off the hands of the intended receiver, Mac Jackson, and brings up 3rd down and 8.
Jackson is incomplete.
That was that same route just to the other side that time and just a little too hot to handle.
That'll make it 3rd down. 3rd and 8 from the 46.
Be a lot of tired guys when this thing is over. Playing both sides. Some of these guys haven't even been out of the game, or if they have only been out for a play or 2. 3rd and 8. Baldwin moves to the right shoulder of Nieves in the shotgun. Looking to the sideline. Pass is caught at the 45. Tackle made at midfield, out of bounds. That will be short of the first down.
But you got to figure 4th down here, down 42-7. You go for it.
Reception was made by Cade Jackson. 4th and a long 4 here. The ball's going to be marked right at midfield. Ball on the near hash mark. Columbia Academy moving left to right. This will be 4th and 4. Ball needs to get just inside, in fact, the DCA 46 for a first down. Clock is running. 6:05 left to play. DCA 42, Columbia Academy 7. This is 4th and 4. Nieves being rushed. Going to throw that pass incomplete. He just had to get rid of it. He was planted back in the backfield as he turned the ball loose. Good pursuit.
His pass goes incomplete.
Tanner Hedgepath coming after him back there. He had no time to get anything but just get rid of the ball.
They brought the house that time. There really nothing to do with that.
So that'll turn it over on downs right at midfield. And are we at a point, Greg, with 5.5 minutes left to play if you're DCA?
Wildcats will have it first.
Why put the ball in the air anymore?
No, you just run the clock out, take it to the house.
We were looking, Carey at quarterback. The only other quarterback on their roster is a freshman. First down on the offset eye. Handoff tailback. Jones bounces outside into Columbia Academy territory. Brought down at the 47-yard line. On the tackle in the open field made by Dane Bennett. He's had a pretty active night
Dane
as well.
Bennett's been really a bright spot for that defense. Middle linebacker tracking down Jones.
It'll be second down and 7.
Second down and 7.
Inside Bulldog territory from the 47.
And the clock continues to run. 4:40 left to play. Thought it was interesting that Coach Wade at halftime said that first half did not go the way he thought things were going to go, that it was a little bit more one-sided than I think he thought it was going to be. Tailback again, Jones. Boy, lowers the shoulder and got drilled by Bennett right at the line of scrimmage. No gain.
Handoff goes to Gover.
That's how you square off right there. He just broke down and did not give up an inch of ground.
No, and Jones turned it, cut up field, and that's that just basic tackle. You wrap, you square, you drive to the ground.
And it'll be
mentioned his name quite a bit tonight.
Well, that may have been Wesley Gober, as a matter of fact, that was carrying 15 and not 5. 5 is back in there now.
Well, then Jones has said, well, I'm glad that was you, not me.
Yeah, really. I didn't want that hit. Third, let's call it 6. Ball needs to get to the 40-yard line of Columbia Academy for a first down. In the shotgun, Carey, looking right, swing pass complete. 50, 45, cutting back. Going to be about a yard or two shy of the first down.
Goes to Ashton Jones.
Jones makes the catch, and then good pursuit there defensively, led by Knox Love, who's had an active night, and I believe it's going to be about 2 yards shy of the first down.
And they bring the big fullback back in, too. My man, Brady Russell.
At the 42-yard line.
He got in the end zone tonight.
Oh, yeah, he did. His second carry of the season finds pay dirt.
My guess is he's lead blocking this time. Jones the tailback, 4th and a long 2. Ball needs to get to the 40-yard line of Columbia Academy for a first down. Inside 3 minutes left to play. Handoff, Jones stretches outside, tries to turn the corner. He will. 40, 35-30, still in his feet. 25-20, 15-10, 5 down the sideline. Did he get in the end zone? Yes, he did.
Yeah, but we've got a
scuffle going on.
Yes, we do, and flags all over the place. And I do believe it is going to be on the DCA player that is coming back. I can't pick up a number
Ashton
just
Jones
yet.
Takes the handoff.
58.
Runs it into the end zone. There are 2 flags on the play.
Is that Sneed?
Yeah, I don't have a 58 on my roster.
I've got a combination 42 and 58 Sneed, but I don't know for sure that's who it is. But I thought it was very interesting, Greg. The one that broke it up was another DCA player who jumped in and jumped on top of his teammate.
Yeah, Sneed, he had the pin, if you will. Looked like Bruno Reagan in the wrestling. He was undefeated state wrestler.
I know.
Yeah. Well, they were sure going after it. That's for sure.
2:38 left to play. And it's going to be offsetting is what they're going to do. That's what they're going to call offsetting penalties. So it is 4th down.
Probably the right call. They usually get the second person on things like that, obviously, but probably the right call both ways. It probably a little bit more, probably 70%, 30% DCA to Columbia Academy, but you bring it back.
So that run comes back.
Yep.
4th down and 2, and now a brief timeout here, I believe, to discuss what's coming up.
It's going to be 4th down and 2.
Yeah, you don't want to see one get out of hand when you're this close to the finish line. And just, there were a couple of chippy episodes earlier. Officials tried to go ahead and throw a flag and calm things down, but that one, I was following the runner down the sideline, and you were tapping me.
I'm tapping you on the shoulder.
No, it's back here.
Look at the 30-yard line. We got a wrestling match going on.
It's a melee.
Next Friday night, we're going to be at Nashville Christian over in Bellevue. Jeff Brothers, the coach there at Nashville Christian, of course, former Brentwood Academy and Vanderbilt standout, a heck of a defensive back for the Commodores.
Absolutely.
And then Jonathan Quinn with his Davidson Academy team. Of course, Jonathan McGavick.
Heck of a quarterback.
Heck of a quarterback at MTSU. And then on later with the Chiefs and the Titans, but quite a few years with the Chiefs. So should be fun next Friday night. Looking forward to seeing both of those teams. Hadn't seen either one of those teams in quite some time. That's one thing I like what we're doing with our Friday night schedule. We're getting out, and seeing. We've been to Greenbrier. We've been to Creekwood, and places that, quite frankly, I'd never been to Creekwood.
I had not either.
And hadn't been here since the tornado came through. And what a nice job they've done here.
Really
with DCA.
have. They
the
really
building
have.
here, and Jody Jones was giving us a little bit of tour
They've got
earlier
more.
on.
They've got more coming, as a matter of fact.
Mm-hmm.
They're talking about some additions here.
And just this community of the DCA, this area, the Donelson area, and they're getting a lot of people. We were talking with Coach Wade and how a lot of the alums, who may have drifted apart or whatever, you know how you are with your high school. Life goes on, right? Mm-hmm. That have come back and really gotten involved, which is really neat for the DCA community.
I think they're trying to – I'm looking down. I think they're tending to one of the DCA players
it looks like
here.
Equipment or something.
Yep, they finally got that worked out. 4th down and 2. So that previous play was nullified with the offsetting penalties, and now we're finally set to go. Clock should be running. 2.5 minutes to go.
To Carson Sneed, who was the one involved with the fracas.
Yes, the fracas. That's good. 4th and 2. Hand off to the tailback. Bounces outside. He'll have the first down and more. Cuts it back inside the 30. That ball was knocked loose, and I believe Columbia Academy has recovered. Tailback got hit from behind, had more than enough for the first down, but Ashton Jones, and he's really frustrated with himself that he could not hang on to that football. Second turnover of the night on DCA.
Just the second lost fumble of the season. Ashton Jones has not fumbled at all.
And that was an interesting one because he got hit from behind. Right. He didn't see that defender coming and didn't have it quite tucked away.
But I think he's got a plaque in his future. Would you agree with that?
I would agree. That's probably – we'll try to get the –
Dennis Goodwin in the house.
We'll try to get the total yardage for his night.
The legend,
that's right.
The legendary coach and AD here.
Winning as coach here, right?
Yes.
By quite a bit, I believe.
Oh, yeah. 1988 state champions with Scooter Edwards and Jody Jones and his 400,000 tackles or however many he had.
High snap, and he have his hands off to Baldwin, running to his left, and he is upended. Boy, he got submarined trying to turn upfield. And that's one of those that actually, I think, stung the DCA defender a little bit. He went low. That's one of those where you kind of get kicked as the runner's coming past you, and he was a little slow to get up.
Probably just one more play, Joe. So make it a good one.
50 seconds left. DCA about to improve to 3-2 on the season. Columbia Academy will fall to 2-2.
Loss on the play.
So a loss on the play of a couple of yards. Once again, kind of giving ground, trying to get out there to the corner. And now a whistle stops play. Timeout was taken by DCA. 26 seconds left. Yeah, at this point you would think just run one more play, don't put the ball in the air, and doesn't matter with the running clock anyway. DCA utilized the timeout. This one surprised you at all?
Yeah, not the DCA one, but I thought Columbia Academy would have make a little bit more of a game out of it. But you got to remember this: their starting quarterback broke his collarbone last Friday and is not here, so you really don't know how that impacted a team like this.
Capital City Bolton Screw, Centurion Stone, Cordell.
It's an awful feeling for a young man too. I know that It's interesting. My son, his high school career ended with a broken collarbone midway through his senior season.
I understand he's got an important date coming up here that you're going to miss one of these.
I'm going to miss one of these games because I think I probably should be at his wedding. I think that.
Yeah.
So that'll be.
Congratulations.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it. That'll be the middle of next month. So there will be one game that I'll have to hand it off to you, but I'm sure you'll more than ably take care of that. You've called a few games.
A few.
And Zaxby's.
So officially 20 seconds left on the clock. The clock is running once again, so this should be it. They actually don't even have to snap it again if they don't want to, but they are going to one more time. And they're going to throw it long down the far sideline into double coverage, and it's incomplete.
Needs pass.
And that should do it. The final seconds will count down, and we are done here at DCA. Wildcats win going away. DCA 42, Columbia Academy 7. So DCA improves to 3-2 on the year, and Columbia Academy falls to 2-2. Stay with us. We'll come back with more of the postgame show and more after this on WNSR, Nashville Sports Radio.
Located at 2705 Nolensville Pike, Southern Trophy has been serving Nashville and Middle Tennessee for over 62 years. Southern Trophy offers a wide array of services like custom-designed awards, cast bronze plaques, etched crystal awards, laser-engraved corporate gifts, promotional items, merch, embroidery, screen printing, signage, and banners. Browse their entire collection online at southerntrophy.com or on Facebook at Southern Trophy. Feel free to give them a call at 615-256-7295. That's 615-256-7295. Southern Trophy. They do their best to help you recognize your best.
Hey, it's Sammy Kincaid, host of Power Hour with Sammy Kincaid. Every Saturday morning from 9 to 10, listen in as I highlight women in sports from high school to the pros, athletes and administrators. And you know what? Let's talk some ball with women covering the game across the country. Power Hour with Sammy Kincaid is every Saturday morning. Listen in on Nashville Sports Radio from 9 to 10 a.m.
Now it's time for your Mid-State Checkdown High School Football Game of the Week postgame show with stats and analysis of the game and your Mid-State Checkdown Football Player of the Week. Here's Joe Fisher and Greg Vogue.
Impressive night for Donelson Christian Academy. DCA wins it over Columbia Academy by a score of 42-7. As Joe Fisher and Greg Pogue with you, we hope to have the coach join us here in just a couple of minutes for a brief conversation, but just too much of the running game tonight for DCA.
Well, Ashton Jones, obviously, we're going to get his final stats here in a minute. I would say
well over 100.
Yeah, close to probably 2. He had over 100 at halftime, so we'll see with that. And certainly how fitting it is. Jody Jones Dentistry sponsored all of our high school stuff tonight, and his son Ashton will be our Omni Nashville Hotel Player of the Game.
And certainly well-deserved. I'll give a shout to the quarterback, Carey. I thought he ran a very efficient offense tonight.
And my guy, Brady Russell, the fullback, his second carry of the season finds pay dirt.
So DCA with the win improves to 3-2 on the season. So should we take another break here and then come back, or is he going to be ready to chat with us?
I know Adam's going to grab him right there.
Okay, we'll go ahead and do that then in just a second.
Paul getting pictures taken.
That's
Coach
right.
Paul Wade.
He's ready to join us one more time. We can get the headsets on again. There we go.
What's up, man?
Hey, Coach, congratulations.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate that.
Well, I mean, obviously we can start with the running game. Let's talk about that. Jones had another big night.
He did, and we expect him to. You guys asked about Brady. We expect him to have a great night as well. I was just ripping him right here about cramping with 6 minutes to go in the third quarter. That shouldn't be happening. Not practicing hard enough, probably. But I mean, we're going to rely on the run, and games that we haven't done well, we haven't ran the ball well. Tonight we ran the ball, I think, exceptionally well, and it showed. Which obviously with our play action, it opens that up, and I think our quarterback probably had his career night tonight as well.
Yeah, we were mentioning that as well, how that play action. And thank you. You said you were going to design something for my man Brady Russell. He got him one and got it into the end zone, man.
Well, when he scored right there on the headset, I go, we must be stupid because every time that kid touches the ball, he scores. I don't know whether guys are blocking harder for him or guys are running away from him, but his touches to touchdown ratio in his career is absolutely something that would blow you away if you saw it.
This team is young with a mix of seniors. We've talked about that. Coming off the state championship, every team's different. We know that. But it just seems like you got better as this game went along.
Well, yes and no. We had a few faux pas there, if you will, in the third quarter, and I think it was just being a little bit too comfortable coming out at halftime. Like I said, man, we got old dudes playing with babies or puppies playing with dogs, however you want to put it, and sometimes that mixture of them guys trying to get on the same page, at points tonight it was exceptionally well, and then there was a few series it was absolutely no good.
Well, Coach, congratulations. I know, as you said, going into halftime, it didn't quite go the way you thought it was going to go. I don't think you anticipated this kind of game, did you?
No, sir, not at all. Based on what we've seen on film, them being 3-1, Coach Anderson's a new head coach, but that guy's won 3 or 4 state championships in softball. He's been on that staff for 17 years, so he knows what they can do, and he's done a great job. And I think, we talk about it, like I said with you guys today, Monday through Thursday is where we make our name, and Friday's the reward. And I think tonight we got it.
Well, congratulations, Coach. Appreciate it very much.
Appreciate you guys being here.
Coach Paul Wade with us as DCA wins it by a score of 42-7. I think we're going to be joined very quickly here by
just knocked fists with the legendary Joe Campbell.
There you go.
Up here as well. There's one of the best running backs this state's ever produced.
That's right.
Our Omni Nashville Hotel player of the game, running back Ashton Jones. Congratulations. Good game, but, hey, we're going to give it up for your fullback, Brady Russell. You just run right behind him all night long.
Yes, sir. Me and Brady are really close friends. We're hanging out all the time, and we got a good connection. We talk before the play even starts. Coach Wade sets us up for success, and we know what we're doing. Everyone knows their technique, so it all works out in the end.
Talk about having a guy like that in front of you who obviously takes a lot of pride in that role.
Obviously it's hard because any guy that plays fullback nowadays, you hardly even see him, truth be told, because the new, spread offenses, they hardly even run it. And, Brady's an unselfish guy. We love each other. He does it for the team. He comes out here, works hard. He's hurt all the time, but he pushes through it. And that's the big thing we talk about in this team is being tough physically, but also mentally.
You got the best grandparents with Lucy and Doug. You know that you missed it. We were out at the Shrimp Bowl before the game. You were getting ready to play. Come on, man.
They get it going over there. They get the crowd going before the game even starts. So it's a cool atmosphere out there. They'll for sure get us going.
Well, congratulations. The band's going right behind you, so we'll turn you loose. Appreciate
it,
man, very
Thank
much.
You.
Hey, we're going to be down. We're going to be down on the field just a minute to present you the player of the game plaque.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Great game tonight. Well over 100 yards rushing.
Yes, sir. No problem.
Thank you.
Yeah, good game. Obviously, and I love Coach Wade, his description, of course, the defending state champions there. But it's dogs with puppies or men with babies,
right.
because you're seniors or sophomores, right? And how cool, Joe Campbell.
Joe
Campbell with his kids over here at DCA as well. One of the best running backs this city's ever produced out of Stratford High School.
So next week.
Oh, yeah. Nashville Christian over in your neck of the woods in Bellevue. Davidson Academy. Jeff Brothers, the coach at Nashville Christian. Jonathan Quinn, the coach at Davidson Academy. Look forward to going over there. Hadn't seen those teams play and looking forward to it.
So what's coming next?
Yeah, coming up, it is the Scoreboard Show with Bruno and Devlin and Ray taking us on in. And we want to thank Jody Jones Dentistry for sponsoring everything tonight.
And thanks to all the folks here at DCA, wonderful hosts here for the broadcast tonight. I'm Joe Fisher. Thanks for joining us. For Greg Pogue, for Adam Johnson. Final score again, DCA 42, Columbia Academy 7. Stay with us on WNSR, Nashville Sports Radio.
Lifetime Nashville resident and former Donelson Christian Academy and Vanderbilt football standout Jody Jones of Jody Jones Dentistry. Proud to be the sponsor of all of our high school football coverage tonight on Nashville Sports Radio, especially the featured Columbia